Good evening, people. It's Tottenham Away channel, co-hosting with TJ. We're on TV channel. We're back. North London is ours. The frauds are all here tonight. Full house, full fraud effect.
Great.
You are outnumbered on your own channel. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Do you know what's funny? I didn't mention anyone's name. I just said frauds, and you all just went like automatically. You felt you were a fraud.
We know what you're saying still.
You know what you are. You know what you are.
Oh my god.
TJ, how you doing, man? How's your show just now?
I'm good, man. No, me and Connor chopped it up about the quarter mark of the season here. We think that Arsenal have another gear to hit here. Obviously we are not playing the football that we wanted to see at this point of the season, but hopefully we can hit that gear and get there. Obviously we're undefeated in the league. We're excited, but we're not getting too excited quite yet. I don't want to speak for Connor. Great show, obviously, and we got some of those guys in the chat right now coming to back us up. So big up everybody in the chat. Make sure that you are smashing the like for the fraud Stelios. And again, Stelios, for having me. I appreciate it, man.
There's only 3 frauds here, mate. There's only 3 frauds here. I'll tell you now.
Wow.
So,
Connor, how you doing, bro?
Stefan, Connor, let's go to Connor. Connor, how you doing? Yeah. 1 minute.
No.
That's it. That's
one
less fraud. One less fraud.
This is the guy. He's also a fraud, though. He has to answer for this too. He hasn't been here because he was off getting freaking engaged, right? Which is great. Congratulations, Mari.
Congratulations, Mari.
Absolutely. But the absolute shamelessness coming from you, Mari, after that North London derby has to be discussed. Unbelievable.
It's good to be back in the States.
Oh my
God. It's good to be back in the States.
I'm here.
Oh my.
Somebody put up the bat signal.
Oh man.
Oh damn.
No. Oh no.
Actually going the full back as well. To the whole back going.
Murray, just like at Emirates, we were 2 down. Now we've tied it. Again. Again.
Victory for Spurs again. But I'm still on vacation. I saw my boy by himself. I said I'm gonna rush home. So I still follow Stell's lead tonight. I come back to work next week.
Fair enough.
Who are we on? Connor, how are you?
Connor.
Yeah, no, I'm sound. Listen, Will, that was sick, by the way. Respect, because I love Arkham Knight, one of my favorite video games ever. So I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm good. I'm hate international. What can we say? We all feel the same. Absolutely hate it, and we want actual normal Premier League European football to be back. But we got to wait a bit, and we got to deal with the same bantering we hear every day that you guys are top. You got to deal with it, but it is what it is. You're first. I know you are. Respect it. So, yeah, looking forward to the show, guys. Really looking forward to it. And cheers having you on.
As always, Steph, Anne, how are you doing?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the invite again. I'm doing well. Looking forward to this show, which I think is definitely going to be interesting. So yeah, thanks for having me on. And
Educational.
Yeah, for sure.
Toxic.
No, never, TJ, never.
Well, good to hear you're good. Mari, how was Mexico? Obviously, you got engaged, but how was it otherwise?
Repeat that.
I was Mexico.
Mari, are you with us or not, man?
I just went to the restroom and then I heard my name. What was the question?
How are you, other than being in the restroom?
No, I'm good. I'm on cloud 9. People are saying it's just that engaged feeling, but I don't know. I felt a weight was lifted. I don't know. It's a weird feeling, and people say, "Oh, yeah, and they said once it gets closer to the wedding, and then after the wedding, then you lose all fun. You become
it's all downhill from here. It's all downhill from here for
it's
sure.
all downhill from here. So,
TJ, that's so positive, man.
Dude,
That's great.
I'm always positive, bro. Always.
yeah. So I mean, but yeah, man, I'm just on like cloud nine, man. Just now, it's just that wedding budget and just calculating the numbers and increase the list of important people. Now you start figuring out who's important and not important. Like, sorry, third cousin, you have spoken to me in 5-7 years. You have not paid for. Yeah.
Just don't, Mari. What I did is just try not to think about how much you're spending on the wedding, because then when you realize that you could have put a down payment on a house, it gets a little daunting. So just don't worry about it. You know, money's it's only money.
It's only money.
Yeah.
Pay for other people to eat, you know, like. And then
where did you go in Mexico?
Quickly, Mexico City, because she's finishing nursing school in Mexico City. The wedding will be in Cancun because her family lives in Playa del Carmen. So I'm already looking at some facilities. They have some really good deals. It's actually cheaper to have a wedding there than in the States.
100%.
But we were yesterday discussing mariachi band. Mariachis are the guys who play or banda music, which is like the big tuba, boo, 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 boo. It's really like they have a new banda reggaeton type of music, like reggaeton, like Spanish, and she went with that. So I was just like,
are you doing the whole 3-day thing, or are you just doing the 1-day thing?
Well, it's going to be probably a couple of days because surprisingly, I have family and friends that want to come to Mexico all of a sudden. So it's going to probably be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then.
No, I mean, like Mexican marriages traditionally are like 3 days long, right? So.
Yeah, that's what I'm learning. So I'm like, okay.
Mark, be happy that you're not marrying a Indian chick, man, because the wedding lasts a week.
It's a week. Yeah. My good friend, he married an Indian girl. It was like, but that week is very entertaining. They get to dance in the streets, and they got all this. Yeah, it's an amazing week.
I've been to one. It's so much fun. There's so much food. It's amazing.
Yeah,
guys, this is great, right? I'm happy to talk about weddings for the next 15 minutes.
Keeps it civil, doesn't it?
No, I think this is very civil because it's about to burn down, and we haven't even gotten through the introductions yet. But yeah, big up Mari every single time. Will, how are you doing? The bat signal, that was probably one of the best intros I've seen.
I've never been married before, so this is my first one.
Doing good. The Danny, that icon is
Dan TFC.
That's Dan THFC.
Yeah, it's Dan THFC. That's funny.
Yeah,
I've always known as D Silly. So no, D Missy.
No, I'm doing good. I've only got like an hour. I saw Stelios was on here by himself at the time. He's not anymore, but so I forgot.
I himself too.
I can handle them, man. So
okay.
We've got Minerals in the building as well. Minerals, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Up the Minerals FC, but the Minerals teeth were taken out at the dentist's, so that's why I was bleeding the whole morning. So I'm back now, man.
It's good. We got Minerals in the middle. He's sitting on the fence there, so.
We'll let the Minerals land, bro. Let the Minerals land, man. I was saying they took out the 4 Minerals teeth, which were the wisdom ones. So yeah, man, that's why I had to find more minerals to bring.
That's bad.
Yeah, Minerals. I was like in bed for 2 days after they pulled my teeth out, and I can't do that. How are you doing this, bro? Yeah. It's awful. Hate that.
All 4?
It's because I'm a Minerals general. Do you know what I'm saying? All the Minerals generals never get taken down, man.
Okay.
And still, by the way,
Fair enough.
bro, yeah,
Yeah.
like international football, like so crap, man. Like,
I'm quite happy. Spurs need the break. We need to get some players back, so I'm all right. I'm looking for. I'm happy. There's an international break.
nah, I'm not, bro. I just want to see constant PL football, man.
Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah.
It gives Stell a little bit longer to look at the league table
Yeah.
of Tottenham in the first
It's,
place.
I've seen the
it's a
fun
laminate.
game.
Kaboom!
Yeah,
Kaboom!
see, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Do you know what?
no.
It's going to be funny to watch back these streams in a couple of months.
I
Oh,
can't
no,
wait.
for
It's gonna be
sure.
comedy.
Just
For
laugh.
sure, Connor.
Well,
It's gonna be
when that
hilarious.
When that gap opens up on Arsenal,
Oh,
we'll be
okay.
looking back.
Oh,
That's
no,
not
bro.
bad.
We live
Four.
rent free in your head, bro.
We'll be saying as we look down at you in the table.
Yeah,
Knowles General.
we'll be saying, oh man, we long for the day. You guys
Come
will
on,
be saying,
bro.
oh man, we
You're
long for
long
the
way from
days when we were in
Starbucks, yeah,
first
if you
place
think
because
you're
we
gonna win
beat
this
Luton
league, bro.
away.
No,
we aren't
TJ,
messing you, bro.
it's gonna be hilarious at the end of the season when they finish 7th and like we have this actual stream.
Don't do this again. Don't do this to yourself.
Yeah.
Come on, let's
What
not
if it
start like
happens?
Here we
this.
go.
Don't do
If
this
it
to yourself.
happens,
again.
bro,
What style?
I'll mad
What?
you.
We're gonna beat you when you come
to
to the Emirates. We're gonna beat you. We're just too good. We got too much going on for us.
You guys did win 2-2.
Did you win still?
Yeah,
Did you
man,
win?
you got your 2-2
You didn't
win,
either.
bro.
You did
win
not.
your
I
2-2 win, Will, bro.
never
We're not
predicted
saying
we
that
were
we're
gonna
gonna
win.
been you wrong and
I
that.
predicted we would draw, and you wrote that off as if it was impossible. But anyway, we've done that story. Let's talk about the current story, right? What does everyone make of this? And I know there's going to be biases and toxicity and whatnot, but on a serious note, at the start of the season, nobody, including Spurs fans, if we're going to be honest, gave ourselves a hope in hell of even being top 4, let alone top of the table. Arsenal, despite the moans and the groans from a lot of Arsenal fans, well, you're on equal points, right? Top of the league. So what does everyone make?
We are
what is
top of the league now. It's always been. Oh
no, you're
Slip of the tongue.
they're at the top of the league table.
Connor,
You're not at the
Connor,
bottom, are you?
not.
The top part of the table.
Yeah,
Jesus
so-
Christ.
I thought Stella was actually going to admit that we're no, but no. Fair enough.
Listen, you're on equal points with us, but the rule is whoever scores the most goals goes above. That's the rule. You know, I didn't know the rule. I didn't know the rule.
Yeah, there's other tiebreakers too down the road. It goes so there's never a tie at the top of the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never heard it.
Jesus Christ.
This is what it is.
I think there's 4 tiebreakers, and if they're all tied, then it's a playoff. But that's never ever happened in the history of.
Oh, that would
never happen.
Imagine that.
that
Arsenal
would be lovely.
It's not a statistical impossibility, but
That
it
would be
has to
disgusting.
pretty close.
It
That
would be. It would be the
disgusting.
most
That would be
rival-
Oh, no, it wouldn't be.
I would leave the WhatsApp group, Connor. I'd leave the WhatsApp group. I would absolutely leave the WhatsApp
Because
group.
I'm coming for your next stuff,
Imagine
bro.
the team that lost that game. You'd never wake
Oh,
up.
Connor, that wouldn't be.
You
That
know what I
wouldn't
mean?
be.
Wouldn't
I'd
be
rather do the
that.
playoff than lose the league off yellow cards. I mean, we've got like 23 yellow cards right now.
Will's that's actually
Yeah.
Will,
legit.
you do?
Have another yellow
Yellow
card.
cards.
That's actually legit. 20
Yeah.
goals conceded and goals for are the same. Like
And Romero only has one of them. And Romero has
Yeah,
one.
No,
well,
no, anytime.
Two now.
anytime
Two.
you don't need to worry about getting too many yellow cards in the next couple of games because Basuma isn't going to be on the field. So you got that. You got that.
We've still got
Yeah,
Pep
man.
Matasar. He's on 3.
2 things I have to say about that Premier League table. I said this in the preseason. I said this is going to probably be the hardest season in the Premier League. There is a lot of, I don't know if it's mediocrity or it's a lot of good teams, but it's going to be because Chelsea's going to come back.
competitive.
No, they're not.
Chelsea will be better.
They're not.
And then the second thing, no, I think they're going to come back. I don't know if it's going to be top 4, but they will be back. And then the second
They'll be
thing,
better.
I will say this, and I got back yesterday. I was speaking to a Real Madrid fan and in an Uber cab, and we were talking. I told them I'm a Spurs fan, and of course they chuckled. And
Yeah, of course.
whatever. But we were talking about we had to talk about the Premier League, and this guy, of course, is a La Liga fan, and he was like, "Was that the best of the Premier League Sunday? Congratulations to Arsenal, but that game, I will say this as a
Don't move stuff. So I got it.
As a neutral and someone who may be not a Premier League fan, where their big game in the Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern, Barcelona,
5-0 Bayern, 5-0 Bayern. Yeah, that's a very competitive game.
Sunday was it for me from Mexico watching the game. I was kind of like, this game is not a showcase of
boring. Let's have it.
Really. It was boring. It was boring. I mean, of course, Arsenal fans are celebrating, but I'm just saying for all the hype, the game was boring to a neutral.
I didn't care if it was boring, bro. I just wanted the wins, bro.
No. I'm just saying that.
All right. I'll give you a great example. Do you remember the old school games of Arsenal Man United? That game was carbon copy. Those games, super tight, not a lot of chances, and usually won by one goal.
There was much more quality in those games. There was much more quality in those games.
Of course, there's much more quality, but Arsenal beat Man City. Suddenly, Man City aren't that good. It's like, guys, come on, man.
I never just said that. I said there was more quality in the Man United Arsenal games in the past than what I saw on Sunday. I never said Man City had quality. I used to watch Roy Keane and Vieira tear each other apart. I used to watch.
It was kind of boring for a.
I'll be honest. That first 45 for a game of that stature, and especially as an Arsenal fan sat there, I'm gonna be honest. That first half, I was very, very bored, and I thought, hold on a minute, is this game actually like the game that's meant to be happening right now? But I do think it's definitely not the game that everyone expected. It looked like it was going to the way the game played. It looked like it should have been a draw. And yeah, you can say the Martinelli, Ake, luck and all that. But at the end of the day, and you can say Rodri, De Bruyne's not there.
Yeah, but Saka wasn't there.
They didn't turn up that day. They didn't turn up,
bro. And that second team was arguably good enough.
But look to me, it looked to me like both teams came out to not lose.
Exactly.
Martinelli started kicking in.
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
You got to keep it to one at a time.
It looked to me like two teams that respect the hell out of each other. That Man City knew we're not going to go into Arsenal and try and just completely play our game. We're going to play defense. We're going to be careful. The same with Arsenal. That's why they were so slow and in a way defensive. Both teams respected each other. This is what, in terms of when Liverpool and Man City used to play together, this is how they used to play. It would always be a 1-1 or a 0-0 or something. It was super close. And there usually would be one or two big chances for each team. The game was so tight. People say Rodri and De Bruyne. Yeah, that's true. But Saka was out for Arsenal, our best player. So it was, did Arsenal have a slight advantage? Yes. But should the game have been a draw? Probably, yeah. But still, Arsenal made Man City. They nullified Man City completely. And I have never seen a team nullify Man City in that way.
I don't think they were nullified. I don't think they were nullified. I think
you don't think they were nullified.
No, it was just two teams doing nothing.
I think Pep Guardiola.
You guys weren't going at each other.
How many shots on goal did they have?
I'll tell you what.
One less than you.
One.
You did. No, they did an Arsenal 12.
You had 2 shots on goal, bro.
We had 12 shots.
You meant on target.
Man City had 4 shots the whole fucking game. They didn't have a shot on target from the 5th.
You had 12 shots, not 12 shots on goal.
5 seconds.
Okay, but still, they had 4 shots overall. Whether it's shots on, they didn't have, I think, a shot on target until the 75th minute, man.
No, it was the Gavardio challenge. Was their shot on target? What are you talking about?
Do you know what I think?
The one where Odegaard rode him to the ground. Should have been a penalty.
To the ground.
I think 4 things happened in that game.
Yeah,
I think 4 things.
Minerals.
It's a fact.
Say, what was the 4 things that happened?
Mineral just says whatever he wants just to create.
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
It's just they're losers. All they do is downplay everything that Arsenal does because they're so
losers.
It's a fact.
Where are you in the league, bro? Where are you in the league? Who are you calling a loser?
You haven't won it yet.
You should be calling me your daddy. I'm your daddy.
Come on, bro.
Where you never
you,
won
bro.
the league
All that
since
stats, bro.
1960s.
Give
What
the
the
big
fuck are
bollocks,
you on
bro.
about? You
61.
are
Get in the woods,
10
bro.
more league titles than
Call me
you. What
daddy,
are you
Carl.
talking about?
So, what are the four
61, not
things?
60.
What are the four things that you
Sorry,
said
Wolf.
about that game?
1 year.
Yeah,
Sorry.
listen, bro. Still, you're a long way from
As for you,
Starbucks
Minerals,
right
with
now,
your
bro.
fake teeth that you've implanted today at the dentist, wherever it is you did, right?
Bro,
Okay.
those are the minerals teeth, man.
Yeah, and now you've lost them, so you don't have the minerals anymore.
What are the four things that you said you saw?
I still have the minerals, bro.
I'm being honest,
What are you
right?
on
They
about,
took them
bro?
out, you
You're a
said.
long way from Starbucks, bro. Just being
I
an
tell you,
agenda merchant.
yeah, that's alien talk, Matrix.
I have no agendas.
I think in that game, what I saw was this. 4 things happened. Number 1,
Man City were shit.
Pep completely screwed it up. He was so worried about the midfield not being strong enough up against yours. He focused too much on the middle and ignored the wide areas. Had he have actually played more wide, I think he would have found some joy. That's the first thing. Secondly, I think you lot bringing on Martinelli when you did changed the energy levels for Arsenal, and that put you more on the front foot and Man City a little bit more on the back foot. Thirdly, I don't care what you say. You can't sit here, you, Stefan, you can't sit here telling me in the past Spurs were lucky because Jorginho cocked up. You were lucky. You got the most wicked deflection you've ever seen. So that was luck, in my opinion. You done well to get to the edge of the box, but the shot was luck. And the last thing, I actually think on the day, Arsenal wanted it more. I actually think you wanted it more. I think Man City. I don't think Man City believed in the last 15 minutes they were going to win it. Whereas you guys, I think you thought, you know what, we can maybe try and win this. But overall, I'm not taking anything away from Arsenal. A win's a win. We beat Man City every year, and half the times I don't think we deserve to beat them because they do better than us. But I'm not taking anything away. Beating no, Stefan. No. I'm saying to you. I'm saying to you, you beating Man City was a big thing for you guys. I respect that. Anyone that beats Man City, I give you respect because they've got a good squad. But
they don't give us respect if we beat Man City every year.
Whoa, yes, I'm not like shit football.
I think Pep screwed up. I think he overdid it with his analysis of how he set up that midfield. But you took advantage and respect to that.
What do you mean? How set up midfield? Tell me one other player that could have played.
Also, fantastic individual performances. I want to say one thing, and I know I'll probably get shout on this. Saliba was fantastic.
It was great.
You can say, Haaland on his off day and stuff, but you can see why, especially if you watch that game, why this guy is so important to our defense and our team in general. So good, so solid. And also, you've got to say, and I normally give Arteta shit for this, our substitutions were the reason we won that game.
Yeah.
I'm going to include Kai Havertz. As much as I hate Kai Havertz, it was one of the reasons we won that game.
That was a minute. Filthy generational German, bro.
Oh, anyone can make a 5-yard pass. Richarlison did it the other day for Tottenham. Did he? No, still crap.
All those 4 subs were involved in that goal. So at the end of the day, it was good substitutions. But I always give Arteta shit for making them late. I thought, oh my God, here we go again. 80th minute sub. It's going to mean nothing. But those
Connor.
He was just waiting for Pep to show his first. That's all it was.
Connor, if I accept that Arteta's substitution of bringing Havertz on was really good, can you accept that it wasn't a lucky win against Sheffield United? It was a good substitution of us bringing Richie on, who assisted and scored in that game.
I'm not. Still,
it's not you make us up.
It's a good point. It's a good argument. No, it's a good argument.
No.
How is that a good argument?
I've never even said that.
Richarlison's been a player this year in the league than Havertz has.
The Sheffield United game, but I'm making a fact.
That's a fact.
The 4 substitutions that came on, no one else on the pitch. Those 4 subs.
Doesn't matter.
Richie came on, scored a goal, and got an assist for the winner.
No, but I think
I never said anything about Richarlison or Sheffield United.
I know, but I'm asking you if you're going to praise Arteta for bringing on Kai Havertz, would you also praise Postecoglou for bringing on Richarlison?
Yeah, well done.
For winning a game against Sheffield United still at home.
We're comparing a win against Sheffield United at home.
We scored the same amount of goals against Sheffield United as Man City did. A full strength Man City with Rodri, by the way.
Havertz comes on and makes a 6-meter pass. Oh, Arteta.
No,
yeah.
no, Stel. No.
Richard
Havertz-
goes on. See,
No,
scores.
no, no,
TJ.
hold on, wait.
Hold on. Did we
Oh,
ever say
my
this?
days.
Did we ever say this?
Don't
When
Yeah,
go.
we did.
on that
Connor,
section, did we big up, say Arteta's this and that? I'm just saying, those you can't not say the 4 substitutions that we brought on, no one else on the pitch.
I agree.
The reason, that's what I
I
mean.
agree.
But then
I
you said
agree.
to me about Spurs and Richarlison. I never said
No,
that.
you said no because
no,
when we beat
exactly.
Sheffield
Spurs and
United,
Richarlison against
because when we beat Sheffield United,
United,
it was luck. You lot called it luck.
I never
when
said
you
it was
bring on a sub,
personally-
We did not call it luck. We did not call it luck. Put names on those bullets.
Stefan
Stel.
did. Stefan did.
That bullet right there, there's a name on it. Stefan is the name on the bullet.
Guys,
Okay.
do you seriously want credit for beating fucking Sheffield United? Are you serious?
No, we want credit
You
for the
want credit
substitution.
for
We want
Manchester
credit for the substitution.
Well done. He changed the game against the
Thank
shittest
you.
team
Finally,
in the
Thank
Premier
you.
League.
Yeah.
Well done. And you scored in the 99th minute. That's not a bit lucky scoring with the last kick of the
No.
game?
That's
You
called
scored with your last
tenacity.
shot of the game.
No.
What are you talking about?
No. But it's lucky when
Man. Stel's a long way
first
from
of all-
Stel.
So you're
wait.
saying that? Hold on. Let me get your point clear before I crush you, right? So you're saying that it's only a lucky shot
Never
because it
helps.
happened in the 99th minute. If it happened in the 5th minute, it wouldn't have been luck, but because it happened in the 99th minute, it's luck.
Well, is it more probable that you score a goal in the 99th
Yes or no?
minute or in the 88th minute? Where is there be more goals between the 80th to the 90th minute?
There's
or
more goals scored
90th
towards the end of the
minute?
games in every single Premier League game ever.
What?
More goals are scored in the last 20 minutes of football games than they are scored in
Well,
the first.
Stop
That's
being
a fact.
smartass. I asked,
It's not a smart ass. That's
when
a
is
fact.
it-
The
No,
majority
don't
of goals,
don't make
over
it-
70% of goals are scored in the last 20 minutes of football matches.
Don't make it. First of all, don't make it a 20-minute window. I asked you, where is it more likely that teams score? Between the 80th to the
99th minute.
Who cares
don't
when you
interrupt me.
score?
Or between
Who
the
cares when you
90th to the
score? I don't
95th
get
minute.
this.
90
Don't
and
check
95th
the
minute.
stats, because I'm 100%
90
sure
and 95th
I'm right
minute.
and you're wrong. What?
90 and
Stefan?
95th minute.
If you
Oh
score a
my-
deflected
okay.
goal in the first 5 minutes or a deflected goal in the last 5 minutes, they're both lucky. What are you talking about? Luck is
Look,
luck.
They're both lucky, yes. But
That's
would
not what you
value-
just said, though.
I would
You
value
said the
you're both
opposite thing
lucky.
to that.
I would value a lucky win over Man City than a fucking lucky win over Sheffield United. I'm sorry.
It's both
And-
lucky. What are
Man
you
City
talking
beat them
about?
at the last minute. Man City beat
I think the quality of the opposition is a key point.
But it's not
The
just
fact
that.
that we're
You know,
arguing
listen,
this is
at
a
the end of the
joke.
day, you got to look at it like
Okay,
this.
so
You brought on, listen, you brought on Richarlison. You brought on Richarlison.
One at a time.
Stel, listen, you brought on Richarlison because you needed a goal. You brought on a striker to get you a goal. We brought on a midfielder, a defender, an attacker. Who else did we bring on? Who's the fourth one? Yeah, two midfielders, defender, and attacker.
Attacker,
There was no, apart from Martinelli, who did change the game, there was no
Tomiyasu in the box.
We're going to go forward. We didn't bring on Eddie. We didn't bring
Come on.
Reece Nelson.
Part-
We thought, but then the fact that what I'm trying to say is those 4 substitutions and the fact that all of them, no one else, those 4 subs were the reason we got the winning goal is where you've got to give credit. But you can't just say, oh.
I do. Connor, I do.
No,
But all I'm saying is give credit to us when we make 1 sub. We didn't need 4. We don't need to make 1.
I never
What?
mentioned,
We're not
listen,
talking
if
about
that's Stefan,
Sheffield.
that's fine. But I never mentioned Sheffield, Luck,
Yeah.
Richarlison.
Why did you switch
nothing
the
like
topic?
that.
He does, because he does. Your fan base does.
Why are you
I
fishing
count
for
myself as part of that
compliments?
fan base.
What
They
are you-
chat shit. They chat
Exactly. He's chatting shit.
Oh no!
Oh, wait. Let me just add this. The reason why the subs worked and I thought it was brilliant was because the moment Thomas Partey came on, we completely took over the midfield and we had complete control over the game. For the last 20 minutes,
Agreed.
they couldn't do anything.
Agreed.
Especially in the last
Yes,
17
cubed.
minutes. Partey came on and completely dominated the midfield. We took over with him in midfield. So for me, the sub, and not only that, he gave the pass to Tomiyasu, who knocked it down to he broke the actual lines.
Great pass, by the way.
And
Incredible
Havertz, the reason why Havertz was a really good sub was there were 3 or 4 kicks from Raya, high kicks, long kicks that he managed to put down and then pinned them in their own box again. So that and so buy more time and lessen the actual pressure.
I've said your subs were good. I've agreed.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're arguing.
Yeah, okay, but this is why, and this is against Man City. And the reason why it's much more, in my opinion, it's a bigger it's a bigger value is because Richarlison in every other game that he's come on as a sub has been dog shit.
Here's hold on. Let's clear this. So according to Opta, the most prolific period of time for goal scoring in the Premier League is the final 10 minutes of every game. More goals are scored in the final 10 minutes of every game than any period. The 45th minute being the second highest period of goals being scored just before halftime. So your argument is bullshit. Bullshit. I wish I had that little meme on a kid. Bullshit.
What is final 10 minutes? Will do you do math? It's 80. It's 80.
The final 10 minutes of the game, dude.
Okay. Yeah. Fucking smart.
I think
that's what the final 10 minutes are.
Yes, 80 to 90. How many minutes?
No, it's not 80 to 90. No. It's including the 90th minute includes all of extra time. Okay, that's what they're saying. The last 10 minutes of the game. It does.
That's why it's called injury time. Will.
No, it's not. Okay, the clock stops at 90 minutes. It's 90 plus. The 90th minute, when you look at any goal, whenever it's scored, if it's scored in extra time or added time or whatever you want to call it, it is called the 90th minute. The goal was scored in the 90th minute. The majority of goals are scored in the last 10 minutes, with the 84th and the 86th minute being the exception. Less goals are scored in the 84th and 86th. The majority come from the 90 plus. So that would be extra time, added time, injury time. That's what Opta says.
Okay.
Can I remind everyone? My question was, what does everyone think about Spurs and Arsenal at the top? I mean, we haven't
51 goals per season.
I think still, to be fair, I was talking about substitutions, and then you brought up Richarlison and Stefan.
You're the absolute wind-up. No, Stel. Yeah, I like how you're just like over here playing innocent when you were responsible for that entire thing. So
I just wanted clarity. On when Arsenal fans praise substitutions. When Spurs make substitutions, it's called luck. But when you do it, it's praise. I just wanted to get some clarity.
I didn't personally know that, so that's news.
Not you. Well, the Stefans, the Don Robbies, the ties, the Lee Fudges.
So what is the winning the league on October 8th trophy look like?
I don't know. You were celebrating it on Sunday. You tell me.
I wasn't celebrating. Don't tell lies.
Don't confuse us, bro. We want to tell us celebrating, bro.
You were jumping up and down in the stadium. We've done it. We finally beat Man City. This is the moment we're going to win the league.
I wasn't celebrating.
Come on, Arsenal. Come on.
Stop making it up.
Oh, Jesus.
When did we celebrate winning the league?
Oh,
all day
Look at his eyes. Still, that is rich. That is
so
rich.
You are the biggest
winning the league
and against Luton.
It's just a glob of noise. You guys have to talk one at a time.
We celebrated a win with 10 men. It was a great
So
thing.
did we. So did we.
I'm not the one that said we're celebrating the league. TJ did.
Congratulations on beating Luton away.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so let me throw this at you guys, at the Arsenal fans. We play Fulham coming back from the international break, right? We are missing our best midfielder, the best DM bar Rodri in the league so far this season. If we beat them convincingly, does that put you in the mud?
No. Why would that put us in the mud?
Because you couldn't beat them at home 2-2 down at when they were down to 10 men.
Yeah, you guys lost against them in the league.
Yeah. No, we drew them.
Wait, aren't you expecting to beat Fulham at home?
Don't forget Fulham have been average this season.
No, if we beat them clearly, right? You guys couldn't beat Fulham clearly.
Where's Fulham in the table?
They're 12th, no?
Well, what do you mean clear? Okay,
we drew against them, which means in Tottenham language we beat them. So
no,
that's one win.
It doesn't mean you beat them. It means you drew them.
I mean that is the fan base in a nutshell.
In my opinion, listen, the mudding, whatever you want to call it, mudding comes in, and then see if you beat Fulham, you move up another 3 points. It is what it is. At the end of the day, there's going to be no mudding until we see what comes in.
No, because your guys' argument is that we've had the easiest schedule because teams like Manchester United, who are playing better at the first half of the season than they are now, are somehow lower.
I think I will start giving you guys credit.
Look at the performances, bro.
When you guys get results against teams like West Ham, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Brighton. You guys have not played those guys yet. If you guys start getting results against those guys, I will eat my words.
We play two of the teams you've played already. We play Fulham and Crystal Palace back to back, right? And then you play Chelsea right next week, and we play them the week after that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you cannot say that we've had an easier run of fixtures than you guys have at that point in the season.
You played the
Who do you play after Chelsea? Who do you play after Chelsea?
TJ, he said after we play Palace, Fulham, and Chelsea, at that point, you can't say that we've had an easier run. At that point.
Okay. Yeah, but that's not going to be the case though, because who do we play? We play Chelsea and then who else?
We played them too.
Yeah, but you haven't played Man City yet.
Have you played Man City?
You haven't played Liverpool.
We played Liverpool.
Who's better?
Liverpool right now is playing better than Chelsea did against you. That's for sure. Or City did against you. That's for sure.
Than Man City, or is Liverpool better than Man City?
Who have Man City played this season?
Will,
yeah, but you know,
who is better? Man City or Liverpool?
Last season, we couldn't beat Bournemouth. We couldn't beat Brentford. We would have 10 men against Luton. We would have lost.
Beat Brentford.
We did. We lost to them at home, and then we drew them away.
You got lucky against Brentford at the start of the season. Let's be honest.
No, they got lucky with a penalty.
How did they get? They had better.
You got lucky against Man United with Declan Rice's deflected.
They did not, Stefan. Stefan, everybody has better chances against us. Every team we play has better chances against us, even though we out XG them, out NPXG them, out everything.
Will, you didn't out XG Man United. You didn't out XG Brentford either.
We did.
So I don't know why you're bullshitting
We did.
like you always do, because that's not true.
Had more shots.
We did.
You're wrong.
More progressive passes in the final.
We did.
More progressive. Man United had higher XG than you guys. So did Brentford, because Mbuemo missed an open goal. Go and check. He's laughing.
You want me to pull it up? If I'm going to pull it up, you're just going to be embarrassed. You're going to have a red face here.
Against Tottenham, the club you lucky. Against us,
wait.
Penalty and an own goal. You didn't score from open play against Tottenham, the club that you have the audacity to criticise. Against us, you didn't score one from open goal. We gifted you two.
You gifted
at your stadium. At your
ground. We had more MPXG than you did on the day. Period.
At your ground.
No, you didn't. We had better XG.
No, you didn't, Stefan. NPXG.
BBC, ITV, Sky TV.
You got 1.5. Hold on, Stefan. Stop for a second. Listen. Off the Ben White chance that got the handball, you got 1.5 XG from that particular chance. How can you get 1.5 goals from one goal?
Well, I don't give a shit. It's not my fault Romero was playing volleyball in the fucking box.
How do you do that? XG is not showing
that Jesus can't score from the edge of the box.
You're so dense. It's not even funny. MPXG is what you should be looking at, Stefan. NPXG is what you should be looking at, Stefan.
No, Will.
Non-penalty XG if you want to talk about chances created.
Because penalties are still chances, Will.
It inflates. You're stat padding your XG then. You're stat padding your XG.
Okay, great.
You can't get 1.5. You cannot get 1.5 XG off one goal.
Why?
Because one is one, Stefan.
Okay. Well, okay then.
100% XG is one.
A
goal is one.
Let's take.
You got 1.5 XG off one goal.
Let's take away penalties so Will can feel better about his argument, because it doesn't suit him.
It's not my argument. It's how common sense works.
Yeah, your fucking common sense.
You don't get to roll Ben White's shot and Saka's penalty shot into one chance and say, we created more chances than you, Will. No, you didn't.
Will, if the guy
it doesn't work that way.
Will, if the guy is, if one of the chances is if the guy is 5 centimeters away from the goal and the guy,
it's the same opportunity. It's the same goal scoring opportunity.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. The pen was awarded.
Shut up and let me finish for once. Thank you. Shut up. Good. So, first of all,
why is he so rattled?
Because he's wrong.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Let me talk.
Okay, wait. So, if the actual chance is 5 centimeters away from the goal where the XG is 0.8 and the guy handballs it, that's still a chance, Will. Then, as a result of the handball, he gets another chance, which is a fucking penalty. If you want to deny that because it suits your argument that Spurs had better XG, Well, good going. That's why you guys are fucking losers. That's why you win nothing. Because all you do
You're
is
second
make
place.
excuses
How
and
are
you
we
try to make
losing? You're
yourself
second
special.
place.
He's
You've
talking
won nothing under Arteta for 4 years.
Okay.
£700 million. You keep losing every year, and you talk about losers.
Okay, first of all, the Ben White
won
chance
more
was
than
not
you.
0.8. It was
You won an FA
0.53.
Cup, Stell. You won nothing.
Two community shields. How
No,
dare you?
no. Since Arteta, no, he inherited Unai Emery's team, not his team.
course
When
he
he
did,
started
yes.
spending money
Unai
in building,
built
from the
this
day
team now.
Unai
You're
Emery,
embarrassing yourself.
from the
You're
day
embarrassing.
Arteta started spending money, which was the summer after because he joined mid-season. From the day he started spending money, you've won fuck all, nothing.
Wait, 2 community shields. Thank you very much. I'm joking.
No.
The community
this
shield
is
is about as useful.
Tell us what.
On October 12th, Stel. And by the way, I'm not letting
Did you
you get
not
away
see
from this.
those
comment.
community
No,
shields?
No.
You were in there by default.
I'm gonna be.
You were in there by default.
What?
What?
The community shields are meant to be the Premier League winner versus the FA Cup winner. You didn't win any yet. You're in the community shields.
Have you ever been in a community shield?
Why are you in the community
When's the last time you were in a
shield?
community shield, man? When is
Community shield.
when is the last time you were in a community shield?
Community shield.
Dude, you can have this mug. It's the same thing. I mean, a community.
That's the equivalent to a trophy cabinet.
Shit.
That's the equivalent. That mug
Okay,
right
No, you're a fucking Spurs fan, man.
Okay, so if Arteta wins 5
Great
more
argument.
community
You're a
shields,
fucking Spurs fan, still. That's why you're wrong.
Yeah,
Great
Arteta
argument.
We're talking about trophies. Like you're
guys, if
saying that
Arteta
Yeah, like we
wins-
don't
if
have any.
Arteta wins 5 more community
you
shields
haven't
and
won
nothing
any in
else,
15 years, Will.
you're happy, right?
So?
'Cause
That doesn't mean we don't have any.
Okay.
Stel.
Don't talk to Arsenal fans about winning trophies.
Why? We have trophies. If we have trophies,
have
we can
more
talk
than
about
you.
it.
We have
Right?
almost 20
If
trophies
people with
more than
uteruses
you.
can talk about abortion, we can talk about trophies. We have trophies.
Now, under Arteta, you've won sod all. That FA Cup, fine. Live off that for the rest of your lives. I don't care. Unai Emery's team won that cup. But since Arteta started spending money and building his squad, his vision, you've won nothing. And that is a fact. And that's why you're rattled, because this 4-year project and little shitty Spurs in 2 months have caught you.
Stel.
Yeah,
Stel.
it's 8th of October and you've caught us already.
I get
This
the
is why you.
Yeah,
Where were
we're
you in the 8th of October? In hold on, Stefan. Where were you in the 8th of October in Arteta's first full season as manager?
I don't know, 14th, 15th, maybe.
Okay, so stop talking.
How is that comparable? Why are we? Oh, and here we are
First,
talking about
first full
why are we
season of
talking about
Arteta,
past
first full season of Ange
You guys are
Postecoglou. You guys were
fucking
15th,
You guys
bottom
are
of the
embarrassed.
table that league. Remember, we were top, you were bottom. We could
Will,
screenshot it first and 20th.
Will.
And you guys want to batter us because in the
From
first
8 games?
first 8 games of our new manager,
Well,
that we're top of the table. Who had a better start, Arteta or Ange? Who had a better start, Arteta or Ange?
Let me.
Easy question. Who had a better start, Arteta or Ange?
You can't forget.
It's equal.
Exactly.
This is Arteta's
Take the L.
proper managerial job. And just been in the game for how many years?
Okay, so people need to stop
Bro, you
saying that Ange
saying
isn't
that about
isn't
Ange
quality. People are dismissing Ange Postecoglou like he's not on Arteta's level. That Arteta is on some pedestal as some world-class manager. He's not.
Will, you are making up arguments. You are making
No,
up
this guy,
arguments
look
to
at
throw
him.
on that.
His face is sunken in. He's so depressed to hear that his lover Arteta is such a
Oh my
shit
God,
piece of manager.
Will, you are
I'm not
literally-
talking to
literally
TJ
making
and
up
Connor
arguments
right now.
and arguing with yourself.
Can we just make it clear? This is Spurs fans versus Stefan's opinions. Me and TJ got nothing to do with this shit.
Because
Well,
your
no,
opinions
I'm
aren't
just trying to-
spicy. That's why.
I'm just trying to call out. I'm just trying to call out Stelios for saying that for the Man United win, the Arsenal Man United win was luck for Arsenal. How can you win 3-1?
No, it wasn't luck. The winning goal was luck.
No,
Yeah,
no, it
Arsenal had
wasn't.
like.
I wouldn't call.
Arsenal had like.
Declan Rice's shot.
ball down in the
Declan
box
Rice's shot
and
got
put it away.
deflected and it
How
went
is
in.
that?
It was a
How
deflected shot.
is that? How is that luck?
Because it
You
deflected
got
the
the
man's
ball
leg.
chances against United, bro. Stop
Man City
waffling
goal
style,
more
bro.
luck
Keep hating, bro.
Because
You
you
know
It was a
Bro.
deflected goal.
What goal are we talking about?
be in that position to
When
score.
Declan Rice scored against Man United to go 2-1
Well,
up, it was a
well,
deflected
And how-
goal.
guys,
You've got to be in that position to score the
Then if
goal.
that's luck, then Richarlison scoring against freaking Sheffield is luck.
It's exactly.
It
the
wasn't
same.
deflected.
Arsenal completely deserved to win that
It
game.
wasn't
he headed it
deflected.
in. It wasn't deflected.
Who cares? It's a goal.
It's a-
No, but a deflection is luck because it's going off target.
I'd happily say the
If it was an
Martinez
own
goal
goal,
is
if it was
way
an own
more
goal,
lucky.
sure, I would hear that still. If it was an own goal,
No,
sure.
look, there's a difference between deflections and own goals. Hold on. Deflections are when a ball is on target, meaning that the goalkeeper has the opportunity to save it.
I know what the difference between a deflection and an own goal is. We saw it against Man City.
Well, apparently not, because everybody said Saka celebrated like he scored a goal against us, and he didn't.
What is the difference? And how
just did.
are Spurs better than Arsenal at deflections and own goals? Please explain.
We're not. We've only had one.
Okay.
Or two.
You're better at penalties, deflections, and own goals.
Yeah, you've had a deflection or an own goal or a penalty in almost every single game this season.
Guys,
we score from open play. We have to work for it.
Okay, yeah. If you talk,
Stefan, we create more chances from open play than you do. That's a fact.
No, wait.
Dude, Spurs have created the most chances
in the league.
Wait. In your WhatsApp group, we'll say that Arsenal were gonna finish 5th or 6th.
No, I said 4th or 5th. No. Don't lie. I said 4th or 5th.
Should we talk about that? Where does everyone think their team's going to finish this year?
Can we do it individually so no one
individually without people fucking interrupting? Please.
All right, let's go. Okay, no interruptions. Let's go from top. Let's go. Arsenal, Tottenham. We'll go across like that. So TJ, you go first.
We just talked about this on my channel, but I think it's going to be Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Spurs.
So you think Arsenal going to finish third?
Third.
Okay. I think Spurs will finish this season first. top four, but either third or fourth, depending whether our rivals struggle in Europe and they get injuries. But I'm going to say fourth. Spurs are fourth. So Connor.
We had this debate. I'm going to say the same thing I said to your channel. City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham.
Where is this?
So you think third, and you put Tottenham in the top four?
Yeah. I still listen, Stefan. I'm sorry. I know you. I completely understand your point. You can't deny Tottenham playing good football. So I've got
it's 8 games.
Listen, that was mine. Top 4.
I'm going to come to you, Stefan. I'm going to come to you.
It was 4 games. It was 5 games. Now it's 8 games. It'll be 9 games. It'll be 12 games.
No, Will and Stefan, you're going to get your chance. You're going to get your chance. Minerals. Stefan, I'm going to come to you. Minerals, where do you think Arsenal will finish this season?
We'll add it again.
Stefan, let me know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
First, if we sign Ivan Toney.
Yes.
Ivan Toney, we're winning the league, Minerals.
Yeah, man, just need a striker.
I agree.
Maybe a number 10.
We need a striker.
I agree.
Okay, Minerals, but where do you think you'll finish?
Where do you think? I said first.
First, okay. All right. Sorry, I didn't hear you, man.
I'm holding you to that. I'm holding you to that, Minerals.
I think Spurs will finish fourth.
Ahead of who? I'm intrigued, Minerals. Who do you think
ahead
they're going to finish ahead of?
United and Chelsea.
Man, fuck
they're going to come back.
United and Chelsea.
Sorry, ahead of Villa and Newcastle on those clubs.
Wait, so where do you think Tottenham are going to finish, Minerals?
Fourth.
I said fourth.
So who's going to finish second and third?
Arsenal, City, Liverpool, and Spurs.
I thought you were putting Aston Villa and like Brighton in third and second. I thought, wow, that's bold. Fair enough.
No, he's put them below Spurs in fourth. Mari, where are Spurs finishing this year?
If we're healthy with the current squad, honestly, fourth. And then Arsenal, I have Arsenal finishing third. I have Liverpool finishing second. I have City finishing first.
City finishing first. Stefan, where do you think Arsenal will finish? And also, I know you're going to tell us anyway. Where do you think Spurs will finish?
I'm pretty confident. I think Arsenal will win the league. I've said this before.
Clip it.
I think.
Clipped it. I couldn't wait for it.
Yeah, no, clip it. Yeah, clip 86 points will right here on the left too. That was a great prediction then. Well, so yeah, Spurs.
He thinks it rattles me. It doesn't.
Spurs,
That's okay.
It does rattle you because
it doesn't.
Your IQ level in the WhatsApp group, so it does rattle you. So
it really doesn't.
Spurs, it depends with Spurs. Like the thing with Spurs is that there are factors. If Madison gets injured, I think you're finishing 7th. I honestly think if
What if
Madison
Saliba gets injured, Stefan? What if Saliba gets injured?
we have better cover this year.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we
Last year, you
Who?
lost him. You
do. We have,
collapsed.
Timber's out.
Instead of
Who you got?
Rob Holding, we have Ben White this year, and we have.
And who's
Tommy
playing
Asu
right back then?
who also play. No, Ben White can also play center back. Will
Right.
So-
Who's
so
playing
Ben
right back
White-
then?
1 minute. Let me get this right.
Tommy
Ben
Asu
White
will.
can do. Ben White.
Tommy Asu. Yeah.
1 minute. Stefan, let's get this right. Stefan.
Okay,
Ben
well,
White. Ben
It's
White.
the same
can
cover
step
you had
in
last year, my man.
And
It's
do
not
what
Rob
Saliba
Holding,
did.
Will, is it? Who can't even start on the bench?
Ben White can go centre back and do what Saliba does. That's what
No,
you're
he
saying.
can't. He can't. But the drop off from a guy who's a bench warmer at Crystal Palace to Ben White is not as big still. So I'm sorry. I think Ben White can do a job. So can Tommy Asu.
Can Gabriel do a job without Saliba because he looks very weak?
100%. Gabriel played better than Saliba against City. He was sensational in the game.
No, with Saliba, that's my point. So if Saliba gets injured and he's not there, doesn't that affect Gabriel's performance
Maybe.
as well?
I don't know. Still, I don't
that's
know,
what I
but
saw last season. That's what I'm asking.
Still, anything right now, the team that we have, if Saliba gets injured, we can play Tommy Asu, who was injured last year.
If he's fit
for the whole season. Will don't interrupt. Just listen and learn. So Tommy Asu, who was injured last year, was a far better option than Rob Holding. He plays center back for Japan and played really well and plays really well for them. So Tommy Asu is there. Ben White is there, and Timber, from what everybody is saying, Timber is going to be back in February, March. So Timber will also be back at the end of the season. So I think if we have options and even if Saliba gets injured, it's a massive blow. Don't get me wrong. Look at Man City without Rodri. They don't have he's such a good player that you can never find someone. But the gap compared to a bench warmer now at Crystal Palace to Ben White or Tommy Asu, I'm sorry, is nowhere near as bad. And it's just and it's obvious for me. That's why I have confidence. And you know what, Stel? The reason why I have even more confidence is our depth won us the game compared to City, because the 4 players that came on for Arsenal made the difference and made a bigger difference than John Stones, Doku, and I forgot the third guy. That's why I have more confidence and that's why I think we'll finish second. Liverpool, still on the other hand, they're poor defensively. And they're 1 injury away from fucking Joe Gomez playing. And everybody knows what happens when Joe Gomez plays.
Stefan, Arsenal going to win the league. Arsenal win the league. Where are Spurs coming, in your opinion?
I told you. If Madison gets injured,
8th.
Forget if buts and maybes. Tell us where we're going to finish. Like everyone else.
You guys, why is it unfair for me to use caveats? Mari used the caveat.
We didn't. I said 4th. Connor said 4th. Mari said 4th. There's no caveats. We've given you an answer.
Caveat. If everybody's healthy, I said 4th. So
yeah. So if Madison will get injured because he is injured, he always
gets.
So
with our injuries that we're going to get,
I personally think you're going to finish 7th at best, in my opinion.
We've moved up a spot.
At best, 5th.
We've moved up a spot. We were finishing 8th before.
Unreal, man.
Now we're 7th. My turn now.
Okay.
Right. So Tottenham are going to finish 3rd. Right. Arsenal are going to finish 4th or 5th.
Of course.
Right. City, Liverpool are finishing 1st and 2nd. I think Arsenal right now are in 4th, but if they do, I don't think that their squad is as thick as Stefan likes to make believe that it is. You have Tommy Asu, who gets injured at training. Hold on, I'm talking. You got Tommy Asu, who gets injured at training at least 2 or 3 times a season. You have, and that's fact. Don't lie. You guys know it. Look at Connor. He's smiling. He knows. Tommy Asu gets injured at training at least 2 or 3 times a season. Unreliable at best, right? As it has some good games when he comes out and performs, right? You've got, hold on, I'm not done talking yet, right? You've got Timber, who had no experience in the Premier League hardly at all so far this season, just basically a preseason, and he's injured. He's going to come back in March, and he's immediately going to get step in, and like he never dropped a step. I'm sorry, that's just not how it works. I don't expect Bentancur to do that. I don't believe that Timber's going to do it. If Saliba or Ben White, if Saliba or Gabriel get injured, they are 1 step away from the exact same catastrophe that caused them to fall off last season. In the midfield, same thing, same problem. Your only depth is Havertz and Jorginho. Good luck with that. Congratulations. I'll take Højbjerg and Skip over those two any day.
Oh,
my God.
100%. 100%.
Oh, Skip.
100%. Yeah, because they don't make mistakes. They may not do great things, but they are
why do
solid.
They don't make mistakes? Because they keep running after the ball.
No, because they're solid. They're solid. They're solid stalwarts. They do not have. Hold on. They do not have. Hold on. I'm not done talking. Yeah. They do not have the attacking prowess or control of a game like Basuma and Madison have, but they can struggle and frustrate an opposition to the point where we don't concede as many goals necessary in that particular opinion. Højbjerg has had brilliant positions, was better than Declan Rice in a Conte team. So, you know, it is what it is.
How do you invite this guy on, man? How do you invite this guy on?
Those are the facts, Stefan. You can deny reality all you want. You can be a football flat earther until you are red in the face, right? There is no statistical metric by which Declan Rice was better than Højbjerg last season, period. Facts, done. That is what it is.
So why did I'm going to ask you this question, which you never answered.
You can eat a dick and pretend like that's the case.
I'm going to ask you this question. So why did Man City, Bayern Munich, and Arsenal go for Declan Rice, and why did nobody go for the great Højbjerg?
Atletico Madrid, Juventus. What are you talking about?
Who was available on the market?
What are you talking about? Atletico, Juventus. All went in for Højbjerg this summer.
When did Juventus make a bid for Højbjerg, man?
This summer.
Don't bullshit. Again, you're such a bullshit.
I'm not. In fact, he's already agreed terms to go there in January. What the hell are you talking about, Stefan? Look shit up before you run your fucking mouth, man.
No.
Look shit up.
You just
we live in 2023. There is a supercomputer in your hand. Google shit, bro.
Okay. I'm Googling it right now.
Can I ask you something, Stefan? Right, I don't think it's correct. I don't think it's correct to judge the quality of a player based on who goes in for them. I'll give you an example. Really? There is no one on this panel here that isn't going to accept that Harry Kane is a top striker, right? Whether you think he's amazing or just very, very good. Only Bayern Munich went in for him.
No, that's not true. Man City
this summer, only Bayern Munich went in for him when his contract was ending. No one else. So is that a barometer of he's actually not that good because only Bayern wanted him? No. It's who's prepared to pay the money, dude.
Yes, but still, Man City.
You said. You say yes.
Wait. Here's the reason why it's even more evident. Højbjerg was available and on the market. Everybody knows this. And nobody apart from Atletico Madrid who tried some loan deal tried to move for him. Declan Rice, City made an £85 million bid.
They were just kicking the tires. I don't think they were really serious about going.
Are we comparing Havertz and Jorginho to Skip and Højbjerg?
No, because
no one else went for Havertz. Nobody wanted Havertz. Nobody wanted to touch Havertz.
Because Stel Will said that Højbjerg was better than Rice last season, which to me is just
it was. It's not a debate. It's not a debate.
I don't know what game you watched, but that just shows that you don't get football.
It's a fact.
Højbjerg was better than Rice, man. I'm sorry.
He performed better than Declan Rice last season. Okay. Fact.
He performed better than who?
No, Will. Your facts. Alternative facts.
Statistical fact.
Yeah. Okay. Take your stats then. Go.
You can be a football flat earther all you want. You can get up and you can twerk for the fans. Oh yeah, Declan Rice, he's so good. He's so good.
The chat that covered that's probably good.
It don't matter. Reality is reality.
Okay.
This has gone off the rails.
No, you're right. By the chat. Højbjerg is better. Højbjerg is better than Declan Rice. That is true. You know what, Will? You should.
We had to cover that one.
No. I can't believe this guy is here and he says shit like this. Why
is Rice good? Tell me. Demonstrate it. Other than the fact that he gives you a stiffy every time he walks onto the pitch with his $100 million price tag, tell me why he's actually better. You fucking can't, because the statistics don't back you. You have no foundation to hold your freaking twerk fest that you got going on here. Right?
What the fuck are you saying?
You have no foundation. All you can do is waffle because the data doesn't back you up. I can back my arguments up with actual data and facts.
Guys,
you can't.
You know what?
In your eyes,
Willis,
I have not seen Declan Rice do anything.
Spurs. I really hope that you work as a scout for Spurs. I really do.
I think if I can add in here, if I can quickly add in here,
Skip is not better than Rice, by the way, Mr. Vabar Kumar.
Let Connor go, and then Mari.
I gotta go.
For me,
my hour's up.
For me, I think, in my opinion, I would rather have Rice than Højbjerg. I have my reasons why I don't like Højbjerg.
Thank you for giving.
But I'm gonna get to it. Højbjerg is not really a DM. In my opinion, he's like a quasi.
Neither is Rice.
But for Rice, I would prefer him. But my only thing is, I don't think for me, because people use this too loosely. There are people who say Rice is world class. I don't think Rice is world class at all. I think he's good, but he's not world class. I think there's an overhype with Rice. He's good. Like I said, I would rather have him than Højbjerg, but I don't think he's world class. If he's world class, then world class doesn't mean anything anymore.
Man. Rice already, man.
I watch a lot of channels and a lot of people put him up there. Like
who have put him up?
I'm not going to say
Rice is more defensive than Højbjerg. 3 out of 5, baby. Højbjerg wins. Eat dick. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah. That's why Højbjerg is so good. That's why he doesn't even start for Spurs. A team that
because we don't need that type of a player. We need Basuma. That's why he doesn't start for Spurs.
Of course, yeah.
But
Declan Rice wouldn't start for Spurs either right now.
So many good players, Will. If Højbjerg is better than Rice, Basuma is better than Partey, why don't you win the league, man? Why don't you win the league?
Why don't you? Why don't you win the league?
Tell me.
Why don't you win the league?
What?
Why don't you win the league?
Well, we've won it. We've challenged for last.
You haven't won nothing. What are you talking about? You haven't won no leagues. You haven't won a league in 20 years, bro.
You said win, Stefan. You said win. Not challenge.
Okay.
We've challenged for the league. We've gotten second two in the last decade, you son of a gun.
Answer the question.
Win something. We did. We have. We've challenged twice. You haven't challenged twice. We challenged 2 seasons in a row. Where were you?
You didn't even. You think you challenged. You never led the league. The year that you think you challenged against Leicester. When did you challenge?
Then we didn't bottle it. If we never led it, we didn't bottle it like you guys.
No, Stefan, you did. You bottled it. You bottled it, and you clipped it as the battle of
Stefan, you said if Højbjerg's better than Rice and this Basuma's better than Partey, why haven't we won the league, right? And then Will's response was, why haven't you then if your players are better? What's your answer?
Batman has to go to training, so Batman's going to replace himself with Robin.
Oh, I know who Robin is.
Oh, he's Robin.
Where's my face?
He's smarter than Batman, that's for sure.
Oh.
Yes! Yes!
Oh my God, we're fucked.
Listen, don't put me in the middle. I'm gonna say,
it's like Christmas come early. This stream is like Christmas come early.
Back to you, Stel. I'm done, man.
Let's go, Alex, Mr. Box Office. Man.
No, let me just ask you: do you agree with this bullshit that Will spouts that Højbjerg is better than Rice? Like, do you believe this?
He was talking about last season. He was talking about last season, not this year.
Still, Declan Rice against Højbjerg. Who would you have? Don't piss me off, Stel. Don't be on the fence.
You piss yourself off. You argue with yourself in the room by yourself.
I'm just asking you. If you had a choice,
I'm gonna have Rice than Højbjerg.
If I was to look at this season, just forget last season.
Stel. Last year, in 2 years, the last 2 years, who would you rather have?
It was an overall player.
Rice. I would rather. For me personally, I would rather have Rice.
So it's not even a
like
West Ham was shit. West Ham was shit.
West Ham was shit.
He was the boss.
Although it's a shitty European league, they still went ahead and won the conference.
West Ham are doing better without Rice. What does that say? West Ham are doing better without Rice.
Think about this.
My answer is I don't know.
I think Rice.
Oh my! Wait, Stel. So you're telling me if you had a choice between Højbjerg and Declan Rice, you would say to your
last season
director, you wouldn't know.
If you don't win the league this year with Declan Rice, That's £100 million down the drain.
But last year, what
We have 5 more years of Declan Rice. Why is I don't?
last year
Declan Rice was to secure a league.
Because everyone's
Last
going to get
year-
better and better. All the competition.
Who's
We are
gonna
going to be
get
much
better?
better next season.
Rice
But
is
hold
gonna
on.
be way better.
With your question,
Yeah.
Stefan, with your question, right? So if we take into account that if Conte is the manager last season with either Rice or Højbjerg, then I would still take Rice because I think Rice would be, in my opinion, better with Conte. So I'm going to be honest. Like I said, stats, for me, stats can tell truth, but also stats can also not be the whole. It cannot not be the whole.
Stats don't always tell the story of context.
It's
That's
a context.
that I want to say.
So that's what for me personally, I'm gonna be honest. I would rather, because like I said, people know I cursed out Højbjerg all season last year. I would rather have Rice.
Hate Højbjerg.
Thank you, Mario.
No, I don't. I don't.
Being honest. I'm being honest.
This season, forget last year. I'm talking about this season, right? Because I'm watching Spurs and Arsenal a lot more this season because we're better. Last year I stopped watching Spurs, and I'm watching you guys because we're rivals again. Because last year there was a big gap.
No, we're not.
When I look at Spurs and Arsenal, I would 100% take Declan Rice this year, 100%. But I would take Bissouma and Maddison over Odegaard and Partey. I'm not being biased. I would. I think
over Partey.
Yes.
Oh my
Bissouma,
God.
he's number 1 in the country, dude. Bissouma is the best player at Spurs right now. Better than Maddison.
Bissouma, right now, I was watching.
Bissouma bosses it, bro.
It was a good debate. Like, who would have been the top?
I would take Rice this year. I would.
Who's been the top 4 players this season in the Premier League? They had Madison there. They have Bissouma there. They had Rice there. They had Rice there. And then I'm forgetting the other person. But Bissouma, and even some Arsenal fans have said, yo, Bissouma has been the man this year over Rice. Not saying that Rice is not good this year, but Bissouma has been amazing. We're seeing the bright Bissouma where Arsenal, all these other teams wanted Bissouma, but they.
Do you think?
No, Bissouma is very. Listen, Bissouma, we can all say, was shit when he came to Spurs last season. Didn't come into his form, and to be fair, didn't have too many chances to work his way into the first team. But this season, he's been very good. But I want to say one thing, and this is before anyone comes in the chat and says, "Oh, this and that." I'm making a statement first. Bissouma is fantastic. We wanted him at Arsenal. We unfortunately didn't get him. You guys got him for a fantastic fee, and that's history. I genuinely think, and maybe this is just a thing because I'm an Arsenal fan, and maybe I just think this myself, but I think Thomas Partey is so overlooked, it's crazy.
Because the thing that pisses me off is last year, I remember
this season, Connor, we're talking about this season though, so far.
But how many games did he miss because of injury? Stefan, one sec. Well, one, he's been injured as well for some amount of games as well. You've got to think about that. But you just got to look at the game. Stefan, do you know what? Fair play, Stefan. He made the point earlier. When he came on against Manchester City,
it was over.
You can see how he makes our midfield. He's so comfortable on the ball. Barely makes any mistakes. The reason I don't think a lot of people talk about Thomas Partey is because he doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't make reckless tackles. He's so calm and composed.
Connor, I think he's good, dude. I think Thomas Partey is a good.
I'm just making
best holding mid last year.
I personally think he wasn't in the best 11 for other reasons that obviously we won't talk about because of other stuff that went on last season. That's why I personally think he wasn't in the best 11. But I just think that in terms of conversations, I think that he's completely missed out on. But then again, people then use the line of, "Oh, what happened? That means he's shit." So no one can ever seem to win an argument. But I think
Partey's a very good player.
I know that's what I mean, but I see opinions of people saying he's this because of that, and I'm thinking, well, you're not looking at the footballing ability. I personally think if we did not have him in our midfield last season, even that's why I've said to people, when we have Partey, Rice, Odegaard in the midfield together, and I know we talk about Bentancur, Maddison, and Bissouma, those two midfields have got to run for their money to see who's the better. It's real talk. And that's the point of, okay, well, they're automatically better. This is why, and I know it's difficult because we're 8 games in and we want to talk about the season. That's completely fair enough. But I really want to get to like Christmas or late January and then really have this discussion, because then I think we can then really sit down and say, right, these guys have performed better than the others. But I know we're here right now.
I want to hear from Alex, because Alex has been sitting here waiting patiently to deliver his WWE speech. So my man needs to cut a promo, okay? So I'm going to ask you, Alex. Alex, is your fan base, who are throwing open top bus parades on October 8th for being first in the league for goals for, are they overreacting? Come on, land some truth here. Tell us what's going on.
Well, TJ, like I said, I'm like I said, I need to introduce myself because everyone does need to know what I'm all about. I'm Mr. Box Office, the main event, the Professor of Truth and Entertainment, the ratings killer, and Stefan's nightmare, and Stelios is guilty pleasure, and that's it. If you don't know, get to know. Yeah, that's it. I mean, honestly, some of the stuff that I hear. And you know what? It's right on cue. Right on cue. 8 games gone, and we're top of the table. And now everyone's talking about Tottenham Hotspur. Everyone's talking about Tottenham Hotspur all of a sudden now.
Nobody.
And now all of a sudden now I'm seeing title contenders. Oh, I'm shocked. Oh yeah, now Harry Kane's gone. Now everyone's free. Everything else. Basuma's the best player since sliced bread, which he is good. He's very good. Maddison's really good. Yes, Adoji's the best left back in the world now. I'm sitting there thinking, right on cue, isn't it? Yeah, it's just the gift that keeps on giving Tottenham Hotspur fans. Because what they'll tell me is saying to me, I need to enjoy myself. I need to enjoy the moment. That's not going on holiday. That's like going on holiday. That's what going on holiday is all about. Enjoying the moment. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Because unfortunately for Mr. Box Office, his life is not on just on football. You know what I mean? Yeah? He goes to soccer places and actually enjoys himself there. You know what I mean? And that's all I need to say, and that's it. Yeah? On this whole thing about, like I said before, just to answer the question, I'm going to start talking when it's business end of the season. Because wasn't born yesterday. Yeah? Because I've seen teams being top of the table looking great. And then the 8th, end up 8th at the end of the season. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to hear that any day soon, and that's it. And we still got bantered by Luton, by the way, still anyway. But anyway, moving on to straight onto the whole thing, and that's it. I still stick by what I say. Maddison and Basuma banters your midfield all day long, Arsenal fans, every single day. And that's it. You know what I mean? And that's all I'll say, and that's it. Yeah, Declan Rice. Yes, I'll take him over Højbjerg every single time. Yes, and that's it. But you're on a 4-year process now, man. So I want to see championships in your team right now. Yeah, I want to see some cups coming out now because there's a lot of chat last season saying that you're championship contenders. Yeah, you flopped. You were. Yeah. Now let's see what you're doing now. Because I saw you open to bus when you beat Man City. Yeah, when Man City were just nowhere, and that's it. And that's all they need to say, and that's it. That's Mr. Box Office talking only 2 seconds and making yourself known, and that's it. If you don't know, get to know. Back to you, TJ. I'm done.
Hey, no. I want to say real quick though, and I'm going to keep repeating it until I'm blue in the face. People have not seen the true Arsenal midfield yet. Partey, Rice, Odegaard. That is it. We don't need any Kai Havertz. So when I can say yes, I would say that Spurs overall have had statistically a better midfield this season, but we have not played our best midfield. We have not played our best front 3 yet.
Did I tell you?
More to come. More to come.
If Bentancur,
you guys just I just think it's hilarious that you guys think Bentancur is going to come back and absolutely cook. That's
been our best.
Whenever we make points, like we haven't played our best midfield yet, it's then instantly, but we haven't played it either.
Guys,
if Bentancur is playing, because as good as Papa Matasar has done, but there's been some games I'm like, I can't wait till Bentancur comes back. If Bentancur is playing like, because he was my player of the year before he got injured. Don't get it twisted. It wasn't Kane. It was Bentancur before the World Cup. If he plays to the degree that he played before he got injured, that Madison Bentancur Basuma midfield is going to be a problem.
That's a big if.
I'm sorry. I need to say something. I'm
Not
an Arsenal fan. I'm a Tottenham fan. Yeah. I need to say something.
It's going to be a problem, and then having Sarr be able to come in that rotation is pretty good. And if we were to sign Calvin Phillips, who maybe went to the wrong situation with City.
Why would you want Calvin Phillips?
We've been linked the last couple of days to Calvin Phillips.
I would be shocked.
But
I hope they sign Calvin Phillips.
But that is a good midfield. That's a good midfield. Well, some players are not meant to play for a certain team, a certain system. I can use many examples: Mo Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, stuff like that. And with Leeds, everybody was twerking for Calvin Phillips.
No,
just that with City
twerking.
No, Man City signed him.
But wait,
how many games has he played for Man City?
But be honest, Mari, be honest with
Chelsea
us.
was interested.
I just need to say something. I just need to say something on Bentancur.
Mr. Barker, let me just because Mari was tired. But Mari, be honest with yourself. When Man City had a bid accepted, you were surprised. Everybody was like, Calvin.
I was not surprised. I thought that was exciting. Him and Thomas Ake, even because we've been linked for Ake for a long time, and I rated Ake when they got them.
I was the same about Ake.
I was like, yo, City's doing some good business.
Can I just say something? Can I just say something on Bentancur? Can I just say something on Bentancur? Because I'm fed up of hearing about Bentancur. He's turned into a fantastic player all of a sudden because he's injured. I'm sorry.
No,
but you saw all of this. When he comes back, he needs to make himself known then. He's had a bad knee injury, yeah? And we're talking about him like he's a world-class player.
He was our best player.
He was all right, man. He was all right. He was all right. I'm sorry. I'm loving this trying to be nice about him, but I'm sorry. We talk about this guy like he's world-class. He's talking about he's like the prime terror, bro. I'm sorry. What is this?
You shit on Bentancur. You shit on Kulusevski. You shit on
He's so one-dimensional. Unbelievable, bruv. He's just too much, bruv.
I didn't say anything about world-class. You said world-class. I think he was good for us. He was I played the year before he got injured.
You cussed him as well, dude. Get real.
No, guys, we all know.
As soon as Bentancur got injured, every Spurs fan said, as soon as Bentancur got injured, every Spurs fan with a brain cell said, we're fucked. And what happened? We got fucked. Just like when Arsenal fans were injured, we're fucked. That's what happened.
Please don't compare Saliba and the value of Saliba or Thomas Partey, because Bentancur, for all the typical Spursiness where you overhype your players.
What is Spursiness? You haven't won fuck all under Arteta. What do you mean?
What did you want?
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
Guys, you interrupted me. Tell me one big game the great Bentancur played well in.
Man City, when we beat them 3-2. That was the champions. The champions. You said one game. You said one game. I gave you one. The biggest game we had.
Against Arsenal, he was dominated. Against Man United, he got dominated.
He set up 2 goals. And at the Etihad.
Bro. Harry Kane won that game, man. Come on.
Say one game when
Bentancur. Because even non-Spurs fans, they know Bentancur was a major factor of us being top 4 and advancing in the Champions League, right? Because we did advance to the round 16. When he got injured, they were like, oh, crap. Spurs are done. I said it. Clip it. I said, oh, we are done. That's how important Bentancur was for us. Yes, the League was
ratings killer.
For us, but for us, Bentancur was important.
No, you guys.
He was a point to our team. When he got injured, I was like, oh, damn. We're going to be in trouble because Højbjerg does not offer, and Skippy Boy does not offer what Bentancur does for our team. And he scored game winners. he could the very few
Against
times
Leeds, against fucking Leeds and Bournemouth, against the bigger teams, he got outplayed every time. Against Brighton, he didn't play well. Against Man United,
What are you talking about?
He was probably the only one that had a pulse in our midfield.
Benton Chord played when we slapped you 3-0 at White Hart Lane. Benton Chord played when we slapped you 3-0 at White Hart Lane.
Yeah, but he wasn't the standout player in that game.
This is ridiculous, but he's just lying. Stefan, you literally lie.
Okay, I'm lying. Okay,
you just lie.
I'm lying. Okay, I'm
yes,
last
you
season.
said name one game, Man City away. You then say the big game.
That was 2 years ago. That wasn't last season.
Benton Chord was there. Benton Chord played under Conte.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna because you guys do this. Wait, Stop. Because 2 years ago, at the end of the season, when you guys got fourth, Kulusevski was better than Saka. Remember that bullshit?
He was. He scored.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Was he? Is he better than Saka now?
No, it's not.
In the 3 months he played for us, he outperformed Saka. In that
at that time, he was playing better than Saka. That doesn't mean that he's a better player. That's at that time, right? Your words. At that time, right? Of course, now, yes, Saka is better than
you guys said, stop it, Mari. You know this is not true. Your fan base said that Kulusevski is better than Saka. Not that he performed
at that moment.
Both our fan base are extreme. We got people saying Saka.
TJ wanted to ask a question.
Mo Salah at his age is still one of the best at his position.
Let's move on from the Benton. Let's move on from the Benton stuff. Let's move on.
No, I wanted to ask a question about Benton. But sorry. But do you guys honestly think that he'll come back the same player after being out for 8 months?
No.
That's my point. That was my point.
Can I say, why is Alex not in the group chat? We need him in the group chat.
He's in the group chat. He just doesn't participate.
Alex, we need you to participate more because there's so much shit that goes on in that group chat that we need you to step in and say, "Yo, everyone."
Well, but I don't do group chats. I don't do Twitter. I just go on the stream and make it box office, bro. That's how I do it every single time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So 100. I don't do small talk, bruv. You know what I mean? That's Alex's job. The point is, it's just like I said. Listen, I think my midfield is still better than yours all day long, because I think Odegaard's just a reject. That is just a systematic player that just does what he's told, and that's it. You know what I mean? He's just a good boy. You know what I mean? He's a great husband basically because he does the cooking, he does the cleaning, he does everything else. Yeah. This is Madison. Madison is the guy that is a maverick and he's the one that he comes in deep, he does things intuitively, and he's going to get better and better and better and better. That's a player that you could look at and say Dennis Wise, Bergkamp. That's the sort of player I'm talking about right now, Odegaard, sorry, bye, out the door. Sorry, that just sums up Arsenal. Out the door, afterthought. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's it. So we've got the real number 10 there, right? I mean, Son, let's be honest here. Son's better than any of your strikers that you got right now, Bob. Got to be honest.
That's easy. That's Richarlison is probably okay. That's a step too far.
Richarlison's rubbish, mate. Richarlison's
he's better than that's for sure.
He's awful.
But it's just like that's all I can say at the moment. That's all I can say at the moment. Our midfield is looking good at the moment, but it's only 8 games and that's it. Yes, but that Van der Ven looks okay. He looks good. Romero, I'm not going to go over the top about him because last season was absolutely rubbish. Let's be honest. So I can't. Saliba is a brilliant defender. I'm not going to lie about it because he is a brilliant defender. You're lucky to have him. Sorry, it's the truth, and that's it. So, it is what it is at the moment. So, that's all I can say about my team at the moment.
Actually, I'll praise Arteta on Saliba because the one good thing he did with Saliba was allowing him to go on loan back to the French league. I think. Because it wasn't just about him playing football, which I think is important for the development of any young player, which is why I defend Skip, because the way we developed him is a shambles. But not only, let me finish. I'm praising your manager. I'm praising your manager, you a-hole. Let me praise your manager. Or do you want to argue that as well? Right? I think Arteta done really well, not only giving him game time to allow him to develop, but Saliba mentally, there were some issues at home. and that allowed him to go back to the motherland and just get his head straight. And I have to give praise to Arteta for that. That's good management.
Can I be so honest? I'm actually about to counter that praise. Well, no, to be fair, listen.
I'm never praising him again, Connor. I'm never going to praise him.
Not about. I do personally think the year we sent them out to Marseille, I thought, right, here we go. We're not just going to be. We're never going to see this guy, are we? We're just going to keep sending him out now. I personally would have brought him in that season where he went to Marseille, but then again, you can look at it and say maybe if he didn't go to Marseille, he wouldn't be the player that he plays like today. So, but yeah, no, I completely agree with that still. But can I? I'm going to start another argument. Listen. Maddison's come into that Spurs team and he's produced something in that position which you guys haven't seen for a very long while. I think we can say that quite clearly. And I think that's why you guys are loving him a lot. And fair dues, I want him at Arsenal. I think he's fantastic. Odegaard's so overlooked, man. 15 goals, 7 assists last season. He is currently on...
Odegaard's a top player, Connor.
Top he was player. In the PFA team of the year. How was he overlooked?
Well, my bad. I thought he was being... My bad. Listen, my bad. I thought he was being overlooked. I thought he was
the way that box office was talking about him, you think he was a championship player. He's a good player. He just disappears in some big games. Some big games, not all. He was great against Man United. He was great against Man United. That's a big game.
Sorry, I don't really care what anybody else talk to him about this guy, man. He's overrated as far as I'm concerned.
Overrated. He's
I've seen better players in my time and everything else.
Goals and 7 assists. That's more than Maddison got last season.
Up for Player of the Year. What?
He was the most consistent in our team that got us to the position we were in last season. There is no one that can tell me that when he came in. Let me get this straight. When he came in, I thought reject, like you said, Alex, reject, not good enough. It's going to be another situation where we've got to deal with this shit player. Came in, didn't hit the ground running. Another Ozil goes disappearing in a load of games. Then the captain's armband came into things. He started stepping up. The first season when he got it, I was like, right, we might not have a captain in. And I thought, all right, he's just in it because Xhaka's in and he can't get the armband. But then I looked at last season. I thought, right, we've now got a player on our hands that can really, really do something to elevate this team. And if we really want to get up stats and all this stuff, look at the stats if you want to. And I bet I brought up, Maddison's got this and that. Look, you know what? Screw the stats. Look at the player that we've got. Yeah, you can say number of you can bring out times where it was like, he was shit in this game, and you can pick out individual games. But if you look at the overall player, and maybe you just got to watch Arsenal for 90 minutes a week. Like I say, I don't watch Tottenham for 90 minutes, so I could have a different opinion on that. But I think all Arsenal fans can agree that this guy, at this point in time, is a player that you just can't replace in our team. Currently, you cannot replace him. No. And yeah, you could say, what about if you bring in Messi or something like that?
Well, Connor, has he... Just a question, right? Because I think why Maddison probably gets more praise at the moment is because he's been consistent every single game. Bar maybe one.
English.
Whereas Odegaard... 1 minute, hold on. Let me ask a question. Okay. But whereas since Odegaard signed that new contract, he's kind of fizzled out a bit. And I think that's where people are maybe asking questions saying, is he just going for a blip or was last year a bit of a fluke? I mean, what do you think on that?
I can completely respect that opinion. I can definitely say he hasn't been how he was starting last season, but I'm not going to write him off yet because we're still at the beginning. And listen, if it comes out to be that he just completely writes off this season and say maybe 2 assists, 3 assists, 5 goals, something like that, then I'll be like, right, we could be talking maybe a Theo Walcott type player here. Very good one season, then very mid for like the rest of his coming days at Arsenal. But I'm not going to just jump on the bandwagon and say, just because he's having a shaky start, completely shit. I hope he picks it up. I really do. And I think he will. I think he's a class player to pick it up and go back again. And he's got so much talent in him. And on his day when he really wants to, I think he was trying against Man City. He really was. He was, even against Tottenham, only player that really wanted to go for the ball, constantly pressing.
He was the worst player against Spurs. I don't know why you would pick the Spurs game. He was so bad.
I'll give it to you, Connor. I'm listening to you. I am listening to you because I was speaking to a few Arsenal fans yesterday, and to be honest with you, you're making some good points. I've never rated Odegaard, so this is not just come out the blue. I've never rated him.
It's a reject, right?
I've never rated him.
You could say
that. For me, at the moment, I look at him. I just think he's been loaned around to loads of other teams because he didn't fit in, Yeah.
Because he moved
Now
to
then
Real Madrid
he found his place at Arsenal because Arsenal felt sorry for him. Yeah. And then he's done okay. He's done okay, but I've seen better players all day long.
That's fair.
I've seen better
Okay,
players all day long. I think he just shows you. He shows me that he's one of those guys that shows you what the problem is in 2003, 2023 right now. Yes, there's systematic. You've got to work in the systems now, yeah. But I don't think he thinks for himself. I don't think he thinks for himself.
Look, wait,
I think the manager tells him what to do, and he just does it. Yeah, and for me, I think he'll just get found out every single time. I think he's a one-dimensional sort of guy. Yeah. When I look at Maddison, there is more to him and more to his game. Yeah. I can see him maybe in a few years' time, like a Modric, doing things when he's older. You see what I'm saying? In a more deeper role. Yeah. Like what Eriksen's doing at the moment. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the sort of. I think he's got that sort of football brain. He's got that maverick about him. That he knows the game. He knows the game. I don't know about Odegaard, to be honest with you. I think he's just.
So why are you saying he's a reject then if you don't know about him? So how does that make sense?
I can respect the fact that you can say reject because of what happened at Real Madrid. Yes, got loaned out a couple of times. Did all right at Sociedad.
He moved to Real Madrid at the age of 16, Connor.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can't write this guy off. He's still what's Odegaard?
24.
I mean, Alex, we had this debate. He calls anybody that does not work out with their primary team to call Kulu. So that De Bruyne, Salah. They didn't work out their original. They will be considered reject. I've argued with Alex about that. I'm like, they're not rejects, but he calls them rejects if they didn't work out with their original team. So it's nothing new. So it's you have to accept it.
To be fair, I've called Kulu and Bentancur rejects, and I still stick by it.
That's what I was just saying.
I've said they're two rejects, and I've said it already.
Salah and Kevin De Bruyne are rejects too because they didn't work out.
Look. Let me just add this about Odegaard. You guys are going to be surprised. I'm not his biggest fan, and I'll tell you why. I rate him as a player. I think he's a super good goal scorer. I think he's the best goal scoring midfielder in the league, in my opinion. He's very good. His finishing is good. But where I don't like about Odegaard is that in the physical games, in the games which are a little bit physically intense, like against, let's say, the Man Cities or Everton's, a bit bigger physical opponents, he does disappear. He does shy away a little bit. And this is where, but this for me, over time, he can go to the gym, beef up a little bit, that he can improve that. That is the only thing. But as a pure leader, as an example of how we press, how he works hard, Odegaard is amazing. Off the ball, Odegaard completely shits on Maddison. That was one of Maddison's biggest weaknesses, and why only Spurs and Newcastle went for Maddison. No other big team were interested in Maddison. So for me, that tells me the other issue is the other reason for me, and it's the number one quality. Wait, let me finish. The other reason for me, and this is a very important quality, although underrated, is availability. Maddison is super injury prone. Odegaard isn't. Odegaard barely misses matches. So Maddison will miss a month or two. He will. Even now, he's on ice from what I'm reading. He doesn't even train half of the actual days because he's kind of injured. So he will get injured because it just happens. Partey gets injured. Tierney gets injured.
That's all buts and maybes, dude. They said that about Harry Kane in the last 2 seasons. They said that about Kane in the last 2 years. He never got injured, dude.
But Stel, would you be surprised if he is injured for a significant amount of time this season? Would you be surprised if Maddison gets injured?
Exactly.
No, I wouldn't.
And I will say this too, context, because there's only 2 teams that were interested in Maddison, because there was only 2 teams that needed Maddison. City didn't need Maddison.
Man United didn't need Maddison.
Chelsea didn't need Maddison. They got Bruno Fernandes. They don't need them. It was only Newcastle.
Come on, man. They signed Mason Mount.
No, they didn't need him. They wanted Mount. For some crazy reason, they wanted Mount. It was only 2 teams, Newcastle and Spurs. And the reason why Newcastle couldn't really go hard was 2 reasons. Number one, the FFP, because they just got Tonali, right? No. The FFP, they couldn't. And then second of all, Mass's wife is like, I want to play I want to go. I want to live in London. I want to live in London. I want to live in London. Arsenal clearly has Odegaard. They don't need Massive, right? Because if they didn't have Odegaard, right, we would have had a tough challenge, Arsenal and Tottenham for Madison. So, and I will admit, Arsenal has Champions League. They just had a successful season. So Madison would have gone to Arsenal.
No, not probably. You would have gone to Arsenal.
Yeah. So, but in that situation, all those other teams didn't need a Madison. So it was just Newcastle. That's just the context. So it was only Newcastle and Tottenham.
Chelsea,
Newcastle was in trouble with the FFP. So, yeah.
That's not true. Chelsea wanted Madison, but the owners said no because he was over 25. So Chelsea did want him. The scouts did recommend him. To be honest, I don't know where he would have moved.
That's nice because Chelsea signed a lot of youngsters. Okay, I get.
Yeah, no. That was the reason they said they didn't want to sign anybody under 25. But to me, if I'm Madison, I would have moved to Spurs over Chelsea at the moment. I'll be honest. Chelsea are a shit show. They are. They're a complete. You know my opinion.
Can I say something? Hey guys, I'm from New York. Sometimes New Yorkers get a little bit louder. It's not that we're mad, right? Maybe TJ will explain it, or anybody who's lived in the States. New Yorkers can sometimes.
You don't need to justify yourself to anyone. Bro.
I think you don't need to justify yourself, especially after we just saw Will snap, Stefan snap.
Yeah. Like New Yorkers are loud. So that means I'm not mad.
Question for everyone on the panel. Question for everyone on the panel, right? It's a good question. It's a good question. Rishi, I went to university with Rishi. Big up. He's a Liverpool fan. He didn't like your comment about Salah being a reject, by the way, Alex. But anyway, he asked a good question. He asks, who's been the best purchase this season for Arsenal and Tottenham? He says Stell, but I'm going to ask everyone. Let's go around. TJ, best signing for Arsenal and then Tottenham, and then we'll go around again like last time.
Oh, until he got injured, it was Timber. Timber was looking like a world beater. He was looking like a world beater.
That's true, but it's preseason.
I know, but
let TJ have his say.
He was looking good against Forest anyway. I just saw a lot of potential there. He was my man of the match in the Community Shield. Just saying.
Man, that's true.
Just saying. Okay. So I was super bummed about that. But it's obviously Declan Rice. Declan Rice has given some leadership to this club that we really needed in that midfield, in that central defensive mid. And I think if we put him in a double pivot with Partey, we are going to be extremely hard to score against. I really do believe that. People can disagree. That's fine. Madison going away is the best signing for Spurs. He could have been the best signing for Spurs. Spurs has had in a few years, and I truly do believe that. I am so jealous that we didn't go in for Madison. I will say that right now. Like, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. What a player Madison is. So if you guys can keep him on ice and have him stay healthy, you guys could finish in the top 4. But as soon as he gets injured, it's looking long for you guys. I'm just saying. So yeah, I can't wait to hear Stefan's. So go ahead.
All right, I'm going to go last. I just want to say we've had over 200 people watching the show. This has been our best North London is ours since we started.
Unreal show.
Please smash the like, subscribe. Make sure TJ Warren, he's the co-host with Mari. TJ Warren TV, he's on the road to 1,000. Let's help him get to 1,000. There's a lot of Arsenal fans in the chat tonight. Get over to TJ Warren. He does a lot of content with a lot of gooners, like really good stuff. So make sure you check out the channel. Connor's on the channel as well sometimes. Oh no, quite regular as well. Smash the like, guys, and subscribe on Tottenham Away and TJ Warren TV.
And Box Office TV.
And Box Office, sorry, Alex. Box Office TV, if you don't know, get to know, entertainment truth professor, ratings killer. What did you call me? I forgot what you called me.
Guilty pleasure.
What?
Yeah, your guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure and Stefan's nightmare. I mean, he's a man of many talents. Murray, who's Spurs' best signing this season, and who's his Arsenal's best signing?
I would say it's between. I have to give an edge to Madison, but I want to say Van de Ven because he has so helped. He's been the calm to Romero. And remember, our defense leaked 63 goals last season. That was our huge problem. and this year it's going to be a huge decrease. Now you can say the best defense is offense and having the ball. So, but Madison, because we haven't had creativity in years since Prime Erickson. So I'm going to give the edge to, because Madison, like the Luton game, for example, we had nothing. He turned nothing into something with that assist to Van de Ven. So I'm going to say a little bit in the edge to Madison, but Van de Ven was also a great signing because of what now the defense in the first 8 games, what we have, what we have done. But I'm going to give it to Madison. And then the best signing for Arsenal, I would say Timber is important, but he hasn't played. I'm gonna have to say it's Rice for them. He's shown an impact. He has a game winner against United, and him in the defense. Everybody's praising Saliba, rightly so, but who's in front of that center back pairing? Declan Rice. So you got to give him props for what he's doing. So I'm gonna say their best signing is Declan Rice.
Minerals Generals FC, mudding the wrong uns. Who's Spurs' best player and who's Arsenal's best player?
Best signing still, not best player.
Sorry, best signing. Beg your pardon. Okay, Connor, over to you.
For Arsenal, I'm going to go for Kai Havertz, and for Tottenham, I'm going to go for Ashley Phillips. Listen, sorry to be a bit of a.
These young fans do drugs, don't they?
Yeah. Not too often. Not joking. It's a bit of a boring one because I think it is pretty obvious. It's obviously Maddison and Declan Rice, isn't it? I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, if you look at it, our window is pretty shit in terms of like impactful. Stefan, I mean, in terms of like excitement and like, because you look at Tottenham's window and it was you've got more players. You got really, Connor. You have more players to pick from than you do Arsenal's one. Let's be honest.
They've started well, but don't tell me at the start of the summer when they
every Arsenal
you were like, "Oh shit, I wish Arsenal."
Every Arsenal fan will pick Declan Rice. No, they're not going to pick anyone else. That's what I mean. That's why it's a bit of a boring one for Arsenal, because it's going to be Declan Rice, isn't it?
But we signed less players than them.
But still, that proves my point. We had a shit win in terms of like in a boring, quite shit window. Because realistically, Declan Rice, yes, Timber, yeah. And then Ray has been hit and miss, and then obviously Havertz has been. We know what Havertz is like, so it hasn't been a fantastic, really. Like I personally, I never rated the win. Listen, that's going on to another debate. Maddison and Rice. That's it. That's my answer.
Maddison and Rice. Mr. Box Office.
It's quite simple, really. Maddison for Tottenham Hotspur, and Havertz for Arsenal. Because look how much tragedy it is. That's it, really. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's obviously Declan Rice for them, obviously, and that's it.
Fair.
Stefan.
It's really easy for me. It's really easy for Arsenal, but I think let's start with Spurs. I think Maddison, but just an edge on Van de Ven, because I think the difference that Van de Ven has made to you compared to playing with Eric Dyer has been massive this year. He's been playing well. So Van de Ven for me is close, but it has to be Maddison based on the impact he's had going forward. For Arsenal, it's Declan Rice. I was gutted, super gutted when Timber got injured because he looked sensational, and I think he would have given us another dimension when we played, because he's just as secure on the ball as Zinchenko and just as good, in my opinion, but so much more solid defensively. And I really think Timber, hopefully, from the reports on, from pretty reliable sources, they're saying he's recovering much quicker than expected, and that he's aiming to be back in March. Hopefully he can finish off the actual season and give us another option. So yeah, for me it's Declan Rice easily, because I mean just to go on, when I watch Declan Rice and I see some of the things, like I remember against the Man City game where Foden, I think it was Foden or Nunes that broke through, and somehow Declan Rice came back and managed to make a ridiculous tackle and win it. I was like, I've had two players that I've seen like, wow, like this guy is amazing. Like it was Ozil in his first game, he made a sick assist, and Sanchez when he first came on the scene. Like I was like, this is a serious player. And when I watch Declan Rice, I get the same vibes. He doesn't look out of place. He immediately he's just, for me, Declan Rice is just this. And I think what people are forgetting is that we haven't played what TJ said. We haven't played with our full midfield, which is combining Declan Rice and Partey. Because in my opinion, right now, Partey is the better player. Like you guys know how much I rate Partey. I love Partey. I think Partey is ridiculous. I think he's underrated, even though a lot of people put him, But I think Partey at his best is the best DM in the league, in my opinion. So if you combine him with that, I think, and then the other thing, attacking wise,
best DM.
In my opinion, this is, people who say Rodri. I just think every time he's played against Rodri, Partey has outplayed him every time. Even when Arsenal lost, Partey has played better. So that's why. But for me, and Rodri was on the bench for Atletico Madrid. Partey played. So I'm just pointing that out. So just going back, the other thing that Arsenal haven't had attacking-wise that helps the midfield is our attacking trio up front. Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, and Saka have not played once together this year. And I think that's a big miss. That's a big miss. You guys can laugh, but in my opinion, Partey last year, the first 6 months of the season, he was ridiculous.
Facts.
He was
facts. Yep.
He was better than Rodri. You guys can talk about Rodri. He was better.
The conversation, if you remember, was Casemiro and Partey, who's better.
Yeah, and he was better than Casemiro, in my opinion.
Yeah. Wait. Last season, or you talking about overall?
Last season.
Last season. We're talking about last season.
Okay. Casemiro is world class.
Of course.
No, he's not. He's not anymore. Watch him. He's not world
class. No, not anymore. Yeah, our midfield almost gave a heart attack.
Casemiro won a trophy last season.
Yeah,
Casemiro won a trophy. Your guys didn't.
That's true.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. He won Spurs' Champions League, the League Cup.
You can bring Spurs into it as much as you like to deflect the fact that your player didn't win the trophy. I'm fine. I can read between the lines. But Casemiro lifted the trophy last year, and he got into an FA Cup final as well.
Stefan, you just scored an own goal just saying that, bro. You know what I mean? Honestly.
How did I score an own goal?
You just scored an own goal just saying that, bro. Honestly.
Winning a
league
cup.
It's like you didn't even make an effort, bro. And you still scored an own goal. You scored an own goal saying that, bro.
That League Cup shit with the big channel saying it's not a real trophy, so we're not going into that because I want to win that trophy this season.
It's a trophy, but it doesn't make a player better than it doesn't make Casemiro better than Partey because he won a fucking League Cup.
Makes you a winner. That's why Spurs get bantered for not winning trophies. So when a player does win it, you can't dismiss it.
Partey has also won things, right? He won
not with Arteta, and you're better than Man United, by the way.
Yeah, we are, but we're better.
So he led Man United better than Partey, no?
Because he won a League Cup.
Yes, because he won a trophy. Yes.
Well, he won the League Cup and they got Champions League as well. So really, to be honest with you, they've achieved something that top 4 teams should be getting all day long. Yeah.
I mean,
by the way, I'm sick of hearing about people saying that we're in the top 4 race because any other league, you don't talk about top 4 or top 5. It's not an achievement anymore getting Champions League anymore. It should be a standard. Sorry, I'm not going to jump over that. I'm not going to have
Alex is such a downer on Spurs.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
No. I'm not a downer. I'm just realistic, bro. Maybe you should try it sometime, Stefan. You know what I mean? Listen to the master while the apprentice needs to sit there and listen. You know what I mean?
I'm even more down than
I'm just realistic. My team. I don't care about Champions League anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like a day out. You know what I mean? It's like me going on a date. You know, it's like how many dates you want to go on. Yeah, and fell. That's Tottenham in the Champions League. You know what I mean? It's like, honestly, I've never said that rubbish in my life. It's Arsenal as well, to be fair, as well. You know what I mean? It's even more embarrassing as well. So, you know what I mean? I don't know what you're laughing about, but, you know, that's it really for me.
How is it embarrassing for Arsenal? Why? Because we lost one game to Lens away from home.
Can I give you my ones, right?
Yeah,
I think for Arsenal,
No, absolutely not. I want to go back to Betancourt.
Back to bed. Hell no. I do want to have a Saliba debate at the end. For Arsenal, it's a no-brainer. It's Rice, because all your other signings for me are either injured or haven't done anything.
Yeah,
so
that's what I mean.
Raya's been good. I rate Raya. I think Raya's been very good.
Where was he against Lens, Spurs, Fulham? I'm just saying.
Where was Fulham? It was Ramsdale that played against Fulham.
Okay. What against?
Butted.
Great argument.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, no, you win that one. You win that one.
What an argument! Let's go.
No, it's like where was he against Fulham? And yeah, but when you say where was Kane in all of the big games and finals, Kane is amazing. Kane is, this and that.
Yeah,
Stefan, I've been calling him a loser, so bruv, honestly, don't even go there.
Raya hasn't come up against anyone decent yet. Only Son, and Son has scored him. Son scored him. So Price is easy, but for me, mate, I don't care what anyone says. Mickey van der Ven, hands down, ahead.
I thought
he was about to say Saliba.
No, Mickey van der Ven, hands down, has been our best.
Don't worry,
signing.
Connor. They'll say it in 2 months.
Spurs under Jose, under Nuno, under not so much Nuno, under Conte, we had no issue scoring goals, even creating chances. We had no issue. We scored goals. Our issue has been that defense. And Mickey van der Ven, partly Udogie and Vicario as well, they've been there. But Mickey van der Ven, not only has he made that defense far, far better, and it's a massive reason why we are, in that top part of the league, but what he's done for Romero's game is finally, man. Romero's got
it's the exact same with Gabriel and Saliba, Stelos. I just want to quickly say, with all due respect, John Bamford, you're chatting absolute bullshit, to put it bluntly. What you just said is good, but he's not as good as Arsenal fans think he's not a good passer. It's not like he goes and gets all the balls into the final third more than majority of the players in our midfield. Nah.
He only has Varane.
Guys, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something.
That just shows the level of what the quality of the French team have. We all know how good France are. And in my opinion, there's been situations where Saliba should be starting, but that's down to the manager. But it's the levels you look at in the defensive options for France, why Saliba doesn't get in there. Because the amount of levels that they've got in that team, it's not because Saliba's shit or not good.
No, Saliba's quality, bruv. Saliba's quality. You're lucky to have him.
Can I just say, guys, I wanted to finish on something. I just wanted to finish what I was saying, right? I honestly think this, and I was saying it, I was kind of murmuring it last week, and I kind of got shut down, so I just went quiet. There's only so many arguments I can have, whether it's Skip, whether it's Saliba, Romero, I can't be bothered. But I mean this when I say this, right? Mark my words, clip it. TJ, do your thing, right?
No.
This season, if they're fit, if they're all fit, I'm telling you, the best defensive partnerships this year are going to be locked on. Saliba and Gabriel, Romero and Van der Ven. Name me a better back two. Those two.
I can't argue that. I can't
in the league. And wait, 1 minute. And that play for the same team, right? And progressing into the midfield. I'm telling you, Odegaard, Partey, Rice, Bissouma, Benson, Chord, Madison.
You're saying Rodri and Ake?
Are you trying to knock off Maguire or Johnny Evans here? Because that's just different levels.
Good point there.
I think this season, centre backs and midfield three, Spurs and Arsenal have got the best in the league. I mean that. I genuinely mean that.
I would agree.
Man City
behind Man City.
Yes, no, ahead.
No, he thinks they're better than Man City's defense.
Yeah. I wouldn't say behind
that's the problem, Man City. They chop and change
as a partnership, as a solid partnership.
So you're telling wait, Stel. So you're telling me you would have Van de Ven and Romero because of 8 good games, who, let's be honest, they haven't played like the best of, apart from the Arsenal game, you played against Man
the top of
United
the
at
league, dude. It's the best
Yeah,
defensive, the top of the league. Yeah,
It's not, but your defensive record
Top of
isn't
the
as
league,
good
but
as
it's not
Arsenal or
correct.
Man City.
yeah, but that comes into other factors such as the goalkeeper, the wing backs, the whole mid.
You've
Hey,
had the best
oh, you're
goalkeeper.
actually you're starting to introduce context into
We
statistics.
were
No, I
giving
didn't know
them
you guys did that on this
goals.
channel.
We giving them the same open field goal. I mean, open field goals. Open play goals as Arsenal. The only difference is, of course, the penalties. I'm gonna say this because I know we're going to the Saliba. We're going to the Saliba debate, and then Saliba, Romero, center backs.
No,
debate.
there's no debate.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because it is it's like ice cream. It's your own flavor. I'm gonna say this because I think people have done the disrespect, right? First of all, if you look at and mind you, I'm gonna say this because I know this player very well. You know, I'm about to watch his national team tonight.
No. Here we go to Romero.
Okay. So Saliba is very good. What my pet peeve is, people right say Saliba, right, and then they diss Romero, right? Romero this offseason apologized that he was unhappy and didn't play his best, right, with Conte, right, which we were disappointed in because of last season. He will make good this season. He said it. I will make good this season. So he got named vice captain, and he's making good. And Will was here, stat wise, behind Anderson, has been playing great center back play. Now, if you go rewind all the way back when he was at Atalanta, right, when he had a solid partnership, Ramiro was so good he got to a point he was named defender Serie A.
Partnership. He was 3 at the back, Mari.
Listen. But it's still a partnership, right? It's still a system. It's still a system.
Okay, but he was 3 at the back.
Okay, listen. And he was named Serie A Defender of the Year. Then with Argentina, right? Same thing. He had the partnerships with Otamendi, Acuna, on each other side. With Argentina, he was part of a team that won 34 consecutive games, won the Copa America, and won the World Cup. And I tell people, because people do not watch, right? I watch Comball like crazy. Comball means South America for those who are in Europe. That Copa America, right? Romero. I'm not even talking about the World Cup, Romero. I'm talking about the Copa America, Romero. You ask any Brazilian, and they will tell you the reason why Argentina won that World Cup, Christian Romero. Masterclass. In those 3 games, masterclass. Brazil
especially against Saudi Arabia. He played a masterclass in the game.
Masterclass. He bounced back, right? He bounced back. The whole team bounced back. And for good reason. They bounced back.
Let me just
to say this, to sum up, to say this, is that Romero now has a partner, right? Because I've used the illustration. If people are new to Tottenham Way, I use the cat and the dog. And a perfect partner for a Romero would be like a Pau Torres, right? They were given examples, and I could send it to people, post it up, whatever. And he needed a solid partner to get back to the first time he came into Spurs. And this season, he has been way better in sense of going back to his form of very few fouls, right? It wasn't until his 5th game he got his first foul, one yellow card, right? His passing is back on par. People don't see that when he makes those tackles or interceptions. It leads to a counter for us. So it's been really good. Now, is Saliba better? Okay. I would say Saliba, though the stats say Romero has been playing well, but I like to look at context, right? When
you watched him play,
does for Saliba, that's what Saliba doesn't have more tackles and whatsoever. Me, TJ, we were in a chat. We were talking about. we were talking about. So I will say this. So yes, Saliba is great, but do not poo-poo what Romero is doing, because stats wise, and I'm glad Will came up here. This year, Romero has been balling along with BDV. That partnership has been very, very important, especially because, like I said, we gave up 63 goals last season, and we're nowhere looking like that this season.
And where was he? Where was Romero in those 63 goals?
Romero, like the rest of the team, was depressed. They quit on the manager. Romero quit. Right. Romero said he quitted on Conte.
Come on, Mari. Come on, man.
He said it. He said it. He said it. Romero said it. He said he down tools and he apologized.
So not only did he play shit, he had a great attitude too. That's terrific.
Oh no, but when your attitude is bad, you're going to play like shit.
No,
when you
okay, that's still not an excuse. But let me just answer this to my
last point, and then we're closing this out. For the love of God, mercy.
Last point.
Last point. You just answered why Saliba is better than Romero, and that is simply the fact that Romero needs somebody to make him better. He needs an opposite type of defender. Saliba doesn't. Saliba. The defenders like Van Dijk, like Saliba. If you watch Van Dijk, he made Joe Gomez look good, man. Joe Gomez is the worst defender I have seen in the Premier League, maybe since Titus Bramble. He is so bad. And that is the brilliance. Van Dijk is good, and he will make someone that's maybe not as good just as, better. And for me, Saliba does that. He makes Gabriel, although Gabriel is the perfect foil to him, he makes Gabriel's physicality perfect. Like he fits within that perfectly. And I agree with sometimes, but Saliba is not dependent on having the right partner to be good, in my opinion, from what I've seen. Romero.
Okay, that's it, guys. That's it.
I will say this because with Saliba, it's very hard for me to accept that. He has to do that for a longer sample size. Because I'm going to say this, right? I can say this about Maldini. I can say this about Ramos. I can say of all those great center backs where I've seen where, okay, did they have someone next to them that great and prove their worth. But even then, they had good partnerships. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would like to have someone that's competent next to Saliba because, for example, when we played you guys, right, Saliba was right there with Son, scored 2 goals against them, right? And it's just like,
yeah, but that wasn't Saliba's fault. But
guys, all right, guys, we're gonna start wrapping the show up. Sorry, I got to get my hands around this thing, otherwise we will never end, and we're gonna be here until 4 a.m. We
can't. At the end of the day, Saliba's better than all your defenders.
Yeah, exactly. Let's start taking it out. Connor, my man, my co-host,
your pet
man, my bro, and of course my graphics editor, and the only reason I'm on YouTube. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, it's been a good one. Do you know what? As much as we do debate and shout over each other, and it sounds like a bloody. Do you know what it actually sounds like when we all talk over? It sounds like the VAR. You know, when they're all going at it. Oh, it's offside. No. That's what it sounds like. But no, listen, it's all a laugh. And listen, you guys are all hilarious, and everyone does give their good points at the end of the day, and it's a good show. And I know everyone enjoys it in the comments as much as we do like to banter each other. But yeah, thanks very much for having me on. I'll shut up. So appreciate you having me on, and I love coming on there, man. Even though it does get later in the UK, but still. And you can find me on Instagram. I actually have it tagged under this one because I've got to make sure I'm an Arsenal fan. I do graphics for TJ and for loads of other YouTubers. You can find me on Instagram, cmo.editing on Instagram. If you guys need any graphics for your social medias, feel free to hit me up on there. And hopefully I'll be back next week for more fraudulence. So appreciate it. And big up to everyone on the panel as well. Legends.
Yeah. Yes, I do have the authority. Mari.
Yes. I saw the question and I was laughing. But no, because I know people are gonna put it on there. For me, my ultimate pairing would be Saliba and Romero. For me, if it was a combined 11, because Saliba is very good. Saliba is very, very.
Oh my God, Mari!
Stop, Mari.
You're out,
He doesn't want to say it, but he wants to say it. He wants to say Romero is better than Saliba, but he doesn't. He knows it's not true.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying don't disrespect Romero.
But go, okay.
Sit with you again. Oh, sorry. Go
And
ahead.
actually, Ruben Diaz is the best center back in the Premier League, and then Saliba.
Disrespect to Harry Maguire is crazy, man. It's crazy.
How can Man United put out a team with Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans? Like how far have Man United? Like it's actually kind of sad watching Man United. Like,
enjoy it. No, it's
Johnny
not sad.
Evans,
It's not sad.
No, it's not sad.
Brilliant.
It's awesome.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's such a big of course, 86-point will again added. Romero's better than Saliba.
Okay. All right.
Okay, right. Let's look it off now.
No, we gotta go. Otherwise, yeah. And I got another show to go.
Guys,
this is box office.
Yeah, go on, box office.
Well, yeah, thank you for inviting me. Inviting the main event to make this stream box office, like they say every single time. You know what I mean? Because you always need a sprinkle of box office. You know what I mean? Even though some people don't like they don't enjoy Mr. Box Office. They don't really enjoy the havoc. Well, I don't cause havoc. I just talk truth, and truth hurts. Like I said every single time, and that's it. And yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I admit it right now. I've been a bit lazy, but Mr. Box Office won't be lazy anymore. I'll tell you that for a fact. Mr. Box Office Unleashed is coming soon. And it will be coming soon very fast, and that's it. Because this international break is not boring for Mr. Box Office, because he just ignores what goes on in internationals because he don't care. He makes himself known in the international week, and that's it. While other YouTubers dig a hole for themselves, and that's it. And if you don't know, get to know. That's a spoiler alert, and that's it. Back to you, TJ. I'm done.
Guys, I just wanna say Palmer is gonna be out for the Arsenal game. He got injured today.
Who cares?
Yeah,
we should slap them anyway.
To be fair, he is probably their shining light out of that team. That's probably a good thing.
I mean, shining light.
How do you know he's out for that game?
Because he just got subbed off in the under-21 game, and the coach said that it's a really bad dead leg. Which is
we smashed them 9-1.
So yeah, they smashed them 9-1. Yeah, but the coach said it's really bad. They're like, if you get a bad dead leg, that's minimum 2-3 weeks though.
Nah, bit of ice, bit of hydrotherapy.
Let's see. I mean, with Chelsea's medical team still, he'll probably be out for 6 months.
Yeah, that's pretty career's over. Yeah, fair enough. Fair play. Just so people are aware, this is the Mari and TJ co-host show. I've only stepped in for last 2 weeks because brother Mari has been in Mexico getting it on, proposing, arranging the marriage, the engagement. So he's back now.
She said yes.
And next week's show will be the preview of the weekend games coming up. Who have Arsenal got? Is it Chelsea you got?
Chelsea away.
And then we've got Fulham Monday night.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. That Chelsea game, I know Stefan wants to disrespect them.
I'm not disrespecting.
They found a little bit of form.
If Fulham beat you, does that count as a draw? I'm confused because when you
we're not getting into this again. For the love of God, we're not getting into this again. Oh my God!
If you beat Chelsea, is it another open top bus parade?
Oh, there was no open top
because no team has beaten Chelsea more at Stamford Bridge than us. So no, it's a normal thing for us. For you guys,
it's all set up. It's all set up to not happen, isn't it? It's all, now you've said that. Now you've said that. I'm telling you.
Anyway, you guys can catch me over at TJ Warren TV. If you guys want more entertainment coming from here, I will be on Sarcasm City in 19 minutes with Flawless to talk Manchester United and Arsenal, and obviously catch us 9 p.m. UK time for the American Idiot Show, our weekly Friday show.
Winning Champions League.
Oh my God! Okay, and thank
you,
Stelios, for letting me pollute your channel. We'll see you later,
guys. Please like, subscribe to this channel. TJ Warren, Mr. Box Office TV, and we're all out of here. Peace.
We'll see.